And welcome everybody to the ASCA Hub. This is normally where we'd be doing our episodes of Hot Seat, but tonight it's going to be serving a much more important and better purpose. Tonight is ASCA finale night. This is going to be the final night for ASCA as we know it, as we transition from Roblox over to iRacing later this summer. And later tonight, we are going to be crowning our final ASCA champion. Going into tonight, we have Addicted to Speed, IMAG, Citri, and Outery fighting for the title. If you haven't watched the first two races of our championship weekend, Bite Blocks won at Homestead to seal a championship in the Truck Showdown. Both hosted by me and Dur. We had a lot of fun with that this season. And fucking Spooky came out of nowhere and just bullshitted a win before D2 rounded up with Doge in his third attempt at the title, finally getting it done. And now tonight, we're going to find out who our champion for the final time will be. All four are pretty deserving, in my opinion. But before we get into that, we have a few hours before the drop of the green flag for the final time. And honestly, I mean, this has been something that's been going on for over 4 years now. And if I can get a little sentimental for a minute, it has genuinely been some of the happiest memories of my life. So happy, in fact, that... Hey, what? What?
Are you gonna post the video on the Discord?
No, you can do it. I'm having a bit of a moment done.
Okay, you're called. Do I ping everyone?
Yeah, sure. Ping everyone. I'm trying to be sentimental. God damn it! All right.
God damn it.
Yeah, but anyway, as I was saying before, Don rudely interrupted me. He's not a real champion, by the way. This has genuinely been some of the best moments of my life, and this has been so great that literally next week, I'm going to be meeting some of these people at Charlotte, and it's going to be fucking incredible. But until then, we still have a few more hours to go. So I wanted to take this opportunity to give as many people as we can get during this short time, and maybe we'll do more after the race, just to get as many people as we can out here to tell their stories of their time at ASCA. Hell, I mean, a lot of these people I knew before ASCA, and it just so happened that we all met up here. So hopefully you guys are really excited. You guys are going to be joining me here for the next couple of hours. So, I'm here with Dur. Dur is going to be here. He's just chilling. Hi, Dur.
Hi.
All right, and Dur, big shout out to Dur, by the way. He has been a big part of our streaming since we really decided to go all in on it in Season 4. And really, he's been our main streamer. First off, his computer is fucking incredible. He can have some really good quality streams that, frankly, my computer cannot handle. But also, the guy's really fucking funny. And that goes a long way. So, with that being said, I want to go ahead and bring our first guest up here. And we're just going to be going down alphabetical order. So, Addicted, come here. Come take a seat on the couch. I'll sit you down. Oh god, you are really fast. Hold up. Hold up. Here. There. Try now. What? I can't speed you. Here, get in the couch, and then, go first person. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right, and now, we're going to be starting off pretty cool here with one of our File 4 guys. Addicted! You're unmuted. Addicted, man, where do I begin with you? So, for people that don't know, me and Addicted properly... Well, we didn't meet in 2016, but... we raced in a league together called the Doritos Cup Series. It was owned by KS Kyle. I met a lot of people through there that I still talk to, mainly Ashton Champion, Marcus, Harvick Blocks, and obviously the big one here is Addicted. Me and Addicted, we didn't really talk to each other then. He was in D1, I was in D2, but we met properly in ARRA, and holy fuck, dude, that was 5 fucking years ago. And that's before even mentioning Doritos, dude. It's been 8 years since we first technically properly met. That's fucking crazy. But I wanted to go ahead and first off start off with this. You have been doing ASCA since the very, very beginning. And you have had a lot of good seasons, a lot of bad seasons, all right? Season 1 was a really good start. You struggled for a few seasons. I fired you in Season 3. But ever since Season 5, when you came back with PMR, you were just a few corners away from that championship last season. How are you feeling going into tonight?
I am very optimistic this time.
Really? How so?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I have a lot of optimism this time.
Look, you're my favorite. All right, I want you to fucking win this thing because, frankly, if anyone deserves it, it's you. All right, you're fucking kind to everybody. You're awesome, and you've been doing this since the beginning. All right, you, in my opinion, you deserve this more than anyone, man. Like, seriously. But, dude, oh my god, I'm sorry. It's like we have been doing this. Okay, here, let me ask you this. I want to get you to actually talk a little bit. What would you say was the best moment of ASCA for you? It can be anything. It can be anything.
The best moment. I mean, there's a lot, man.
There's a lot of moments, yeah. There's a lot of them.
This season, the funny ass Glenn win.
I'm gonna be honest. Was I even there for that? I don't think I was there for that. What happened again?
No,
I forgot.
Right.
All I know is there was some penalty. Like someone cut the dog leg or some shit.
So basically, I hit the curve on the bus stop, got loose, and I decided to ride the wall. The Chastain again.
And you didn't get penalty. Wait, was that why Chris had that? Chris added that like no full sending rule, or was that before? Like you remember? You remember? Yeah, is that why?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here I have a question for you. All right. By the way, just so everyone knows, we're gonna try to keep it max 10 minutes for each person. If like conversation dies down, then I'll end it early. But I'm sure with the dick, they'll make the 10-minute mark. Dude, okay, what's your thoughts on the Aang thing? When Aang got fucked over? Do you think...
I really don't care, man. I'm just glad that race is over.
Yeah. I was mad, dude. I was like, yo, like an Aang win would have been so fun. And Chris was like, no, we gotta redo it. Grrr.
Should have just ended the race there, man.
Dude, oh, okay. There's another thing I wanted to ask you. It's about the ARA thing. You remember fucking... Okay, there's some of you guys in the chat that are about to freak out when I say this name. You remember Paul Perricone?
Yes, what about it?
So, the reason why I originally joined ARA, and I think this is a really big reason. It's funny how me joining ARA and us meeting, and that's not just you. I'm talking about like Addicted, Boron, fucking... There's so many other people that I just can't... Nikki's a big one. The only reason why... Gage 2. The only reason why I joined ARA was because I had... You know how I acted back in the day. You know how I acted, where if I hated someone... And I still act like that. Like, you remember fucking Michael Barbaric, that little bitch? Yes. If I hate someone, I will go out of my way to make them as upset as possible. So when I found out that Paul Perricone was in ARA, I just had to join. I had to join. And I remember Gage like let me like join the playoffs like late, even though I'd only been there for like 2 races. He completely rigged it. And I knocked him out of the playoffs and he got so fucking upset he quit on the spot. And it's just like, man, what if I wasn't just such a petty asshole and just left him alone? Would I be here right now? Would I be here right now? Dude, what's your experience with Paul Perricone? Do you know anything? Do you have any stories to tell about? You don't remember?
I don't remember much from him. I know he exists.
Because I know that you've known him for a while. I know a lot of us have known him for a while. And I know this is supposed to be about ASCA or whatever, but I honestly genuinely enjoy just like talking about like our experiences, like throughout our row racing, not row racing career, let's be real, but like, like our time here. But Addicted.
Can I mention something about ARA?
Sure, go ahead. Please, go ahead.
You know what my favorite moment is?
What's your favorite moment?
From my Pocono win.
Shit, what happened?
Versus favorite scheme.
Wait. You gotta remind me what happened. That was so...
Final lap.
Yes! I remember that! That little bitch! That little fuck! I remember that! I was so upset. He dumped... Wait, was that Nass that did that? Nass Place?
That was Raven.
Ray, oh my god, that guy. Dude, I got so fucking mad about that shit. I I was yelling and screaming and shit. Dude, oh my god, I'm gonna have to find pictures. I know that, like, we had a throwback. That throwback we had in Season 5 of your ARA card was so fucking cool. I know that, like, it wasn't perfect, but that was still genuinely a really cool scheme.
Great.
Yeah, it was awesome. I know Chris, I know some people hated it, but, like, it was a really cool throwback. But, dude, I like how, like, all of the schemes that I ran in ARA for my team was just the fucking angel dust car with, like, the big angel dust face on it. The fucking Minecraft skeleton, and then for uncovered, I fucking had, shit, I can't, yeah, it's Steve's skin wrapped around the car, and I had uncovered drive it. It was the stupidest shit, dude. It was so dumb.
Yeah, what Bailey said.
What did Bailey say? Hold up, I have a, yeah, what about the Sonic Racer? Look, all I'm saying is that, like, from 2019 to 2020, I had a fascination with, like, just taking the skin of, like, just characters and wrapping it around a car. It was... Alright, but Addicted, we are running out of a little bit of time. I just want to go ahead and give you that floor here. Do you have anything to say about your journey here at ASCA and the road racing community? Because the thing is that a lot of us, this is going to be our last time doing road racing. Like, I'm not trying to shit on, you know, the road racing community because I'm a fucking 20-year-old. Like, most of these guys, they're like, you know, part of it now are, you know, was like around my age when I started. Like, Jesus Christ, I started in 2010, 14 years ago. But, you know, obviously a lot of us are outgrowing that. So I just want to go ahead and give you the opportunity here. Do you have anything you want to say just about your journey throughout Roblox racing over the past, at least from my knowledge, almost 10 years?
My main thing is, I'm proud to be in this community, man.
Fuck yeah,
I know
dude.
where I would be with this community.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to be here, man.
Yeah, look, I know that, like, we sometimes get, you know, we take it too seriously, but it's because we fucking care, man. I mean, a lot of this, especially for the older people, I mean, this is what we grew up with. Like, the moment that we came home from school, it was school, road race, sleep, repeat. All right, that was the grind back in the day, you know? So, you know, I get a lot of secondhand embarrassment whenever I get, like, upset over it, but it's because I care. You know, this is generally something that I've had a lot of fun doing, and I know you've been the same. But I'm going to go ahead and let you go now. All right, thank you for joining us, all right? Because, genuinely Addicted, you are one of my favorite people that I've met on here, and I can't wait to visit you in a week, dude. That's going to be fucking awesome. Dude, that's a fucking week away, dude. It's a week away! Dude, oh my god, that's going to be so cool. But, anyway, that's it for Addicted. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next person who... Oh yeah, let me... I'm sorry, Dick, I have to... Yeah, I'm just going to disconnect you real quick so I don't have to mute you. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next person, which, you know, might not be as popular. I don't personally have known him for too long, but again, I want to give everyone the opportunity. Bandit! Sit down! Yeah, Bandit, you have allegations. Here, try to get... Okay, there we go. Perfect. Do not move. Bandit! Hold up, where are you? Where are you? There you are. Bandit, I hear you have allegations!
Hey,
Bandit?
Don't worry about those.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Don't worry about those.
I look, for a little while now, you have had some allegations against you, my friend. Like, all I'm saying is that you seem to... I mean, you have anything to say at all. There are many people right now in front of you that want to hear what you have to say against your allegations.
All right, hear me out.
Okay.
Innocent until proven guilty. All right, unless I see some.
God damn! Of course, the Bluey fans saying this. Okay, you know what? All right. Anyway, I'm done messing with you, Bandit. Here's the deal. I've only known you from ASCA, and that's going to be something that I think with a few people, especially the rookies from this season, again, I just don't know a lot of these people, the newer people. Like, obviously, I've come to know them, and they're all cool. But I want to go ahead and just ask you, just tell me how you got introduced into the road racing community, because I don't think a lot of people know about where you came from.
The road racing community, crap. I honestly don't remember. I feel like I like kind of just grew an interest in NASCAR maybe about 7 years ago. And then maybe a couple years after that, I'm like, I play Roblox a lot, and I like NASCAR a lot. So what if there's a way to connect those? And eventually I came across like a lot of small leagues. My first years, I was just bouncing around like 10, 20 member leagues. And like years pass, and eventually I'm good enough to where I can enter these bigger leagues, which is what I ended up doing. You know, like I'm not contending for anything. I'm just kind of here.
Yeah. I want to add, I'm going to say right now, and I'm sure some of the older people here might have a similar experience. I used to be, back in 2010, the main thing I was playing a bunch of Flash NASCAR games on like NASCARRacingGames.com. I don't know, was it .com or .net? I don't know. But I remember one day on Yahoo, the way I got into Roblox was I was on Yahoo one day, and the main thing that I did was I always just like look up like NASCAR racing games, and like on the 7th page of the search, I found there's like this. It's hard to describe because obviously a lot of you guys don't come from my time, and I swear this isn't going to be me just like bragging about how I'm older than everyone. Believe me, that's not a bragging right at all. But there was like this generic oval track that was like free modeled over and over again, like that had all the 2009 car COT bodies as like brick cars. Like there was a garage, I think it had like 8 or 10 cars. I don't know if like some of the older guys know what I'm talking about, but I remember one day I found a link to Roblox, and I joined as a guest, because that's how it was back then. You joined as a guest, and I was fucking blown away, because that shit was, again, I had only ever been like, the closest I ever gotten to like the quality of Roblox is I accidentally just jumped because I'm a retard. Fucking, you know, I'm gonna keep myself like that. Like the closest I got was like fucking like on shockwave.com. I think it was called shockwave.com. I don't know, like 200 miles an hour. Like those games, I think you guys know what I'm talking about. But that was like the closest I got to like ever, you know, playing like 3D games at all on my computer, on my shitty fucking 2009 like shitbox of a computer. So seeing Roblox fucking like blew me away, and it was multiplayer too. And from there, I was hooked. I got into Lowe's Cup Series, Drive Down Hunger, and that's where I met a few people that I still talk to today, and we'll talk about those people later on. But for you, it was, you were already a gate player on Roblox, and it just so happened that you had an interest in NASCAR, right?
Yes.
So how did you become familiar with ASCA? Because I think it's great to ask you, because I know that ASCA is the biggest league on Roblox, and I know a lot of people in the road racing community know about it, right? It's pretty much like the old day Lowe's, but the thing is that I've been so detached from the overall community because, you know, again, I'm older. Like, I'm not, you know, I'm just not attached to the rest of the community like I used to be when I was younger. So how did you become aware of ASCA and, you know, you getting here to join?
It's hard to remember. I want to say Byte Blocks introduced me to ASCA because
that
back
would make
then...
sense.
No, like, not from, like, his videos. I never really watched his videos. But back then, I still am friends with him. I consider myself friends with him. Back then, we were a bit
Me too.
closer.
I'm meeting him up in a week.
He probably, like, DM'd me one day, was like, hey, you want to join this league? I'm like, sure. And,
that's it?
Yep.
Damn.
So, like, I know you just told, like, a heartfelt story about your past, but mine's pretty simple.
God damn it, you're so boring!
I know, man!
I'm just kidding, dude.
Also,
all right.
I want to say, you were talking about the NASCAR website. So while you were talking, I pulled it up on Opera, and if you go there, it redirects you to the F124 game page where you buy it on Xbox. I'm not kidding.
Do they buy the fucking domain name for that?
Actually,
really?
EA bought the
it might, dude, that is...
At NASCARRacingGames.com. If you go there, it takes
my fucking childhood. It might be .net. I don't know, but my childhood's gone. It used to be so good. Playing Nasty Car, fucking 200 mile an hour. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, but .net doesn't exist. It's over, man.
Okay, but I have one final question before I let you go here, Bandit. This has been your rookie year. You've raced both D3 and D2. And I just want to talk to you as a rookie, racing in the final season of ASCA, being relatively new to the community. What's your experience been like going into tonight?
It's been one of the most interesting experiences of my life, particularly because ASCA uses slide cars, and before this, I had never driven slide cars before, so
Yeah.
you know, bound to not do the best. But I've been keen on saying this the entire time I've been in this league. The road course setups here are the best ones I've ever driven. Like, please don't let them go to waste. They are really good.
I think that was okay.
cars.
Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. I believe that was Sophor or Spooky's work. It was one of the
Spooky
two.
is saying you're welcome, so I assume. It's
Okay, yeah, so it's Spooky. All right, so that was Spooky's work. I remember Spooky came up to Chris about that. Like, I don't know the specifics of the conversation, but I'm pretty sure like Spooky just like introduced it to Chris, and Chris was like, "Oh my god!" Like, I remember I was at a test at Road Antioch before season 6, and we were testing. I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, genuinely, we have never seen anything like this before. Like, I'm sure it'd been used in like it definitely feels Jackal-esque, but it's definitely not Jackal. You know what I mean? But that was definitely a lot of fun. And then we introduced it to the short tracks at, you know, the truck level, just because, you know, we wanted to try it out. And, you know, it was a little hit and miss. You know, the wall ride definitely was a big factor that we need to work on. But overall, I mean, it was a really big success. So big shout out to Spooky, by the way. He did a really good job with that. It really improved our road course package, because before that, the road courses were fucking terrible. Our cars were not made with road course racing in mind. They never really have, even back in Season 1. I know we like to talk about Season 1, how good the setups were. Even back in Season 1, the setups for the road courses, which I think we only had like 1 or 2, were not very good at all. I remember, I think we had the Homestead Roval in Season 1. That was an interesting one. But Bandit, one more question before I let you go. And I know that, you know, I know I'm giving a lot of time for you, but I genuinely want to give you the opportunity. After ASCA, what are you doing from here? What are you doing?
Oh.
Are you?
So,
I mean, do you have iRacing or?
I'm working on getting iRacing. I'm supposed to have a new PC by the end of this year, and hopefully I'll get iRacing with it.
Okay.
I don't plan to rejoin ASCA for quite a while, like
That's
until
fine.
I feel that I'm good enough to actually do it.
Okay, fair enough.
In the meanwhile, I've joined PSCC, and that's about it for other NASCAR leagues. It's been my primary focus for the last year, and now that it's ending, I have to go find something else to do.
All right. Well, Bandit, I wish you the best of luck. Congratulations. You did. Look, I'm not gonna act like that you had the best season in the world, but
I did
generally,
not. You don't have
look. I know I give you a lot of shit because you're a Bluey liker, but genuinely, you're a pretty cool dude.
Thanks, man.
All right, no problem. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. And goodbye, Bandit. And I'm going to quickly disconnect you so I don't have to mute you. Okay. Now, we're moving on to a fan favorite, Blackstone! You can unmute yourself, Blackstone. Hello, Blackstone. Take a seat. Take a seat, Blackstone.
Okay.
Nice seeing you. Blackstone, you joined ASCA. Oh, you want to get it right? Oh, there. There you go. All right, Blackstone, you're a fan favorite here in ASCA. You have been here since season 3. And the first question, yeah, it's been that long. You joined, I believe it was Uncovered's D2 team in season 3, right? You raced for him. Yeah, I forgot that Uncovered had a D2 team. But you're somebody who, in my opinion, from my perspective, you just showed up one day. And you genuinely just left the best impression possible. Like, everyone here loves you, man. Like, everybody here loves you. You have been fucking hilarious. You have done so much for ASCA with your ability to do scripts. And you have left a pretty... I know Dunn, like, said way more than I ever could about your impact here at ASCA, but you genuinely have left a really big impact on our history. But before we get into all that, I want to ask you, what were you doing before you joined ASCA? Was ASCA your first introduction to road racing? Like, what were you doing before you joined ASCA? Because I don't feel like a lot of people know about your past.
Oh, gosh. I got into road racing way later than probably the majority of us. I think I started around, like, 2019, 2020.
Damn!
Like, literally I started with Trace with ASCA.
Oh, you
And
were
I
a Jackal
just showed
guy.
up.
I forgot you were a Jackal guy.
Like, I wasn't even supposed to be in that tryout. I just showed up. Uncovered originally, I think it was Uncovered. He recommended ASCA to me, or he
Yeah, because Uncover was also a Jackal guy.
Yeah.
Did you meet Bran before? Because Bran was a Jackal guy too. Did you meet Bran through there?
I think I.
Because I don't know. Because when did Bran leave? Bran left like 2021, I think. So. Yeah, so Bran was in Arskar. I know that for a fact. I think it was in Jackal too. Well, he isn't able to show up tonight, but yeah, I'll have to talk to him about that later. So you were relatively new to, Roblox and Roll Racing around 2019, 2020, and you said Uncovered introduced you to ASCA?
Yeah, it was.
So you basically had that seat locked in D2.
Pretty much, yeah. I think it was when season what?
Yo, leave Blackstone alone. Let him talk.
I think it was Nashville season 2. I was told of it.
Yeah. Oh, that was really early on then.
Really long.
Yeah, because that was like a big point when ASCA. Because season 2, the big thing about season 2 is first off that trailer came out. The trailer was huge towards getting us on the map. Because first off, Lil Fun Greg, I know that we haven't heard from him in a little while, but genuinely he did such a good job. I think he also made the Jackal trailers too. He made trailers for something. I think he made it for Jackal. Yeah. So he did such a good job. Also, I'm gonna be for real. Those modern rims on the Gen 6 car were so fucking hot, and I hate that we got rid of them because that shit was so good looking. But that trailer did such a good job of presenting ASCA because we had went through such a transformation between season 1 and season 2. First off, Penske was the main guy that did setups for season 1. Chris was now taking the helm as mainly the guy running things in season 2 onward, mainly because Penske was going to school. Dark was going to school as well. We'll talk to them about that later. But
how dare people have education?
Yeah, how dare you have a real life, Penske? You abandoned us. But yeah, that was a really big deal. And I really wanted to make a big deal about it. Also, I know around that time we became aware that Roblox was really starting to struggle with other brands being represented on their site. Because I know Hilton Hotel on Roblox got changed by the actual Hilton Hotel. And we kind of looked at that and we were like, okay, we need to actually change our name. Because, we don't want to get in trouble. And, I mean, considering how big we are now, it might have genuinely been a concern. I don't know how possible that would have been, but it might have genuinely been a concern. But, yeah, so during... That really caused a lot of, people to, become aware of who we were as a series. Also around that time, I think we really started getting a lot more recognizable people involved. The main one, I think, was Gage. Gage was getting involved. That was when Backstretch Battles was taking off. He was a full-time driver that season. And overall, I think there was just a lot of many factors. But another thing I want to ask you is during season 4, that was your first Cup season.
First Cup season,
you were with IMAX team. How did you get that deal going with him?
Pretty much the same way I got from Covered. IMAG and I raced in Jackal in ours cars, so
damn.
Pretty much because of my name, I was already on that team. So.
Oh, dude, I remember that.
I've basically been handed all the.
That's whatever, dude. And then obviously you got your own team after a little while because you started. I wanted to go ahead and ask you about your relationship with Chris and how you guys started working together. In ASCA, all right, because I mean, you started offering your services, started having a lot of script expertise, and you led to making a lot of cool stuff for, ASCA in general throughout these last 3 seasons. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, of course. I think, ASCA really kickstarted my interest in computer programming. I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Before then, it was just a few things here and there, but once well, I think what got me on the board was the data night cycle thing.
Yes, that was good. We were so excited about that, dude. That was so cool.
And then I think from there I was instantly put on the board of directors team. And so like Dunn and I went through the cars together. We got a general understanding for it. I think, oh gosh, season 5 we started the FNAF project, I think.
Yeah, the Five Nights at ASCA's or Daytona's. I'm sorry.
There. I think it was somewhere there. But, like that was like my big like, yeah, between 4 and 5. That was like the big first like actual like game project of mine.
That game is so fucking cool,
don't get
man.
me wrong. The game is flawed.
I don't give a fuck if it's flawed. That was one of the coolest things. Yeah, no, that game was one of the coolest things. Like I know like interest died on it pretty quickly, but like still the fact that you guys made an entire FNAF clone, basically just a shitpost idea and made it a reality is gonna go down as some of the coolest shit that we ever did. Mainly what you did, alright? What you and Chris did. I shouldn't even say we, like mainly what you and Chris did. That was fucking funny. That was cool. Like genuinely.
Yeah, I think we had plans to make a second one, but we started and stopped. Because I think it was like the start of this season and we just did not have the motivation. Because last season on
the motivation. Anytime we needed something done by OJ, he never, ever, ever did it.
Well, I see we can point the blame on someone.
Yeah.
But anyway, Blackstone, I want to ask you, same thing I've asked pretty much everybody, except for Addicted, but that's mainly because I think I have an idea what Addicted's doing after this. He's going to join us on iRacing. But what is the future here for after ASCA? So after this ends, what are you planning on doing? Well, not say ASCA's ending, we're going to iRacing, but what do you plan to do after this?
Nah, ASCA's over. There's no
ASCA's
more.
dead!
I'm coming with you guys to iRacing.
Fuck yeah!
I'm probably not gonna do every race. I
That's
just
fine.
don't want to do some certain tracks, but no, I'll
You
definitely
already
keep.
own like half the schedule. You'll be fine.
Oh, well, okay, then I will be there for half the season at least. Definitely gonna like not leave the Roblox platform. It's just the game development software I'm just the most experienced with. So I'm definitely still gonna be making projects on here, just messing around.
Yeah.
Playing horror games with my Pookie.
Yeah, I gotta play horror games.
Yeah, we have Nikki B game night. Nikki B game night after this.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, Blackstone, I'm gonna go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and
the highlight of ASCA game.
All right.
My graduation was live streamed in.
Have you tuned in?
There he is.
There he is. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go here, Blackstone. Thank you for talking with us, man. And hey,
right.
you're winning that race. Hey, you're winning that race tonight. If you don't win that race, you will die. I hope you get pole and win, dude. All right. If you just want to mute yourself, if you want to just mute yourself real quick. All right, we're gonna move on to someone interesting that I actually kind of want to talk to. Luca, come take a seat. Come take a seat. All right, Luca. So I have to remember you. I mean, I know like you were here season 4. Were you here season 3?
I was here season 3. I tried to do the tryouts. I did get second at Talladega, but at Dover, I did not know that slidey setups were a thing, so I just kept braking in the middle of the corners.
If you can hear my cat, by the way, ignore her.
So hold on a minute. You've been braking the corners from season 3 all the way to now?
Oh yeah, I keep doing it. But I kept wrecking Zane in season 3. Kept just wrecking Zane in season 3 because I didn't know how to turn.
Alright.
Of course, I failed. Right out. So that season 4, I got back in. I got signed to Meme Racing.
So,
Motorsports.
Alright, so you joined in season 4, and again, same thing I've asked with a lot of people. I'm genuinely curious. What is your history with road racing? Where did you start, and how did you get related with ASCA?
So I started row racing because like I was playing one of those like Roblox public games, and the
Mhm.
owner of the game invited me to their series. And
What
that
game was
series
this?
happened to have, like one of those. It's some like dead. It was something that died like 2 years ago.
Do you know
I
like
don't remember,
do you
but
like anything about it? I'm genuinely curious. Like, do you know like the original
it
game
was
that
like
you played?
2020. They were like 2021 cars. I have to look.
Oh, so you're also new.
Oh yeah, I was like basically brand new.
Damn.
But and then after that, I joined leagues like MRL, which led to me to here. That was the league that I believe Jags was in, which.
Oh,
I don't
Jags.
know. Yeah, that was the league that Jags was in, and other people like Jen. I don't know if you remember him, but
Wait,
yeah,
which Gen?
that guy.
Hey, which Gen?
General.
Oh no! Hey,
Excuse
hey,
me.
hey, hey! We don't talk about him. We don't talk about him. Keep that man's name out of your mouth. We don't talk about
Yeah,
General
that guy.
Lee. We don't talk about what he did, okay?
That guy.
Yo, let's change
Yeah,
the
let me
discussion.
hear.
No, let's change the discussion. I don't even want to, like... I thought that we were going to get, like, a joke from him about, like, from Penske or some shit, but we're already getting started with him. Alright, so... You joined ASCA. Now, who did you... Now, wait, were you in D2 or D1 in Season 4?
I joined immediately to D1 to
Damn.
Mickey Racing actually, not me racing.
Yeah, no,
Mickey
that
Racing.
came later on. How did you get involved with Miggy? I'm curious.
I literally just DM'd every team owner possible, and I
Oh,
used
damn.
my amazing negotiating skills of telling him that I want to join by just saying it would be really funny to let me join
You know-
his team, and he just said yeah.
You probably did that with me. Yeah, no, you definitely did that with
Actually,
me.
all I said is I could do cool backflips, and I want to join his team, and he just said sure.
You know what? That's definitely just a Miggy thing to do.
It
But
wasn't bad.
yeah. Okay, hey Blue Cup, your version of bad is much different from everyone. That's not good. That's not good.
20th out of
I know.
36 cars where the bottom 16 show up like a quarter of the season is not good, Blue Cup.
But Blue
You
Cup
wanna talk
over.
about
top 5 that season.
So, Blue Cup, over the last couple of seasons, while you've continued racing in a different capacity, Season 5, you did the impossible and raced on your private plane, you rich fuck. You've also taken part of becoming part of officiating over the last couple of seasons. How did you start getting involved in that?
It was the last race of season 5, I believe, of Homestead, and I was lagging like hell because I was at my dad's house, and my dad's internet is not good. So I just told Chris if I could just officiate. I believe I'd let like Dunn join in a race in D2, which was a decision. And then I just asked him if I could officiate next season because I think that was Dunn's last season officiating. I'm not
I
sure
think
if
it was.
season 5.
Yeah,
So I
Dunn
think he
started
needed a
backing off. He
replacement
started,
that joined.
yeah, Dunn started having a real life. Fucking loser.
Yeah. And then I started doing the ASCA news because Commander decided to be lazy and
True.
decided to not do them for like 3 races.
Yeah,
in a row.
Commander.
I gotta do this. I gotta do this, man.
And here I was gonna give him a kiss on the
Oh,
cheek
not
in
good.
Charlotte. You failed us.
Oh god.
He's got to pay the
You're gonna
bills.
get like, you're gonna get like gonorrhea from that.
Dude, if I do, it'll all be worth it. It's alright. Anyway, all crude
And
jokes.
We do not have to talk about. We don't have to talk about season 6. That's a blur.
What? No, hold on. We're getting ahead of ourselves. So during the middle of season 6, PD decided. I think PD still manages Meme. I don't know. Meme is an enigma. Meme is weird, but somehow Meme fired all the good stuff that they had and hired you and Eggity.
Well,
Surprise, surprise, Eggity showed up once and then never showed up again. But you actually attempted to make almost all the races. What was the thought process behind... I don't mean to rub it in, but like you didn't qualify for a lot of them.
I mean, I knew that. But the reason why a lot like Medfred left was that was a willingly decision for Medfred. He just couldn't make the races anymore.
Yeah, that's fine.
So the reason like all the good guys left were just because none of them could make it.
And they somehow got even more
was the
inactive
only-
people. Eggity.
And I think that was like during the end of like the playoffs too.
Yeah,
like,
so it was
no one
kind
in
of
D2
over.
All like the good guys at D, right? All the good guys in D2 didn't want to join, so I was kind of like one of the only. It was either Bandit or me, and both decisions aren't great. To
Yeah.
be fair.
Gavin, look who's here.
I'm trying.
Hey,
I'm not gonna
I
look right
I
now.
made Milwaukee. I
Yeah,
did make
look who's here.
Milwaukee.
You did make Milwaukee,
Oh my
that
God,
was pretty
Boron.
cool. Oh my god, Boron's here!
Yes!
No shot, he's actually here.
He's
And
right
I think Boron's up next. Oh my god, thank you, Boron, for being here. Yeah, I'm sorry. Boron's one of my favorite people.
that's-
But anyway,
that's new at
one
first.
more thing I want to ask you. I've asked this with everybody. I want to ask you, what are you planning on doing after this? What's the future here for you, man?
You won't believe this, but
What?
I'm actually going to college in August.
Yo, that's
Studying
fucking
history.
awesome, dude.
Yeah.
So are we still gonna be seeing you around, or?
I
Look
have.
up,
I
go,
always-
wait,
I
you're
just
going
don't
for
really use it
history for
much.
college?
But that's the only thing I'm really good at.
Liberal arts major.
That's fucking
Okay,
awesome, dude.
alright.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
I did use some advice from Dunn, to be fair, when he said like early decision. I'm like, I didn't even know what that was, and I actually did use it, and I got like a $12,000 scholarship because of it.
Fuck yes, dude. Oh my god,
So thank you, Dunn, for mentioning that.
bro,
Welcome.
For
bro.
the
Dunn
extra
dialed
10,000.
in and was like, "Yo, I'm gonna give you a future." But anyway, Blue Cup, I'm gonna go and let you go. Thank you for being a big help during D2 races. I'm gonna be for real. Those D2 guys can be a fucking handful sometimes. So I thank you for being there, for helping me out. I'm gonna go and let you go. All right. Yeah, hey, Penske and Dark, if you guys want to come up as a unit later, that's perfectly fine. While we get the next guy, Chris is going to play a saxophone. And yeah, we're going to go and bring up Boron. A lot of you guys probably don't know him, but I know him. Boron, go take a seat
He's
on
not
the
even
couch.
in the league.
I said any and all. Any and all that have raced in ASCA, he's raced in ASCA. Here, just stop moving. Get in the, yeah, so right there, and then face forward. Face forward. And I'm going to sit you. You know what? That's fine. Where's Boron? There he is. Boron! You're unmuted, friend.
Hello.
Dude, Boron, it's at least been 6 months. I know you've made like some appearances in general from time to time.
Yeah.
The first thing I want.
like.
Hmm?
You go.
No, you go, man. Go ahead.
I mean,
This-
I don't know, because of school and all that, I just kind of gave up on car racing.
No, it's all good, dude. Dude, I just want to ask, like, what's been going on with Boron? Because ever since like season 4, I think, when you had like a D2 ride for a little bit, I don't remember. All I know is you raced for my team in season 3. I don't remember what you did after that. But what have you been up to in these last like 2 years, man?
Well, funny enough, I just graduated high school. I have my diploma.
Fuck yes, dude. Let's
Like,
go.
right in front of me.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm very happy for that.
Dude,
Um,
yeah, that's awesome.
Nothing much really, just school really.
Well, thankfully you just graduated, so you can join us here tonight. For anyone that doesn't know who Boron is, I'm going to give him a quick introduction. I kind of a similar boat as Addicted. I've known him for less time. We met at ARA back in 2019, 2020. He's raced in a couple of leagues that I've been in, some of the leagues that I've hosted. And he's gotten a few big breaks during his time. He joined during season 3, where he actually raced for my D2 team. Got a win at Auto Club before I fired Addicted because he murdered Dunn at NDRC and I needed a replacement. And it just so happened that Boron was literally the only guy I could hire because back then there was this whole system where, you know, you can grab people from like, you know, your D2 development team and bring them up the cup. And Boron was the only development driver I had, so I brought him up. But Boron, I just want to talk about what were you doing before ARA? Like, how long had you been in the road racing community up to that point?
I think I started back in 2016 when I saw an ad, and the ad was Jackal.
Oh, you're a Jackal kid. All right.
Yeah, I'm a Jackal kid. And then that's when I met Uncovered.
Yeah.
What was the other guy? Austin MC. Stuff
Yeah,
like
oh,
that.
fucking, yeah, fucking 25. Wait, Austin MC or 25M?
25M. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Austin Mitchell.
Yeah. And then I did Rallycross.
Wait. You did his, Austin Mitchell's Rallycross League?
Yeah.
Wait. Were we racing together in that? Do you know the TRD cars?
I
The
don't
fucking
know, dude.
dude. Okay, dude. Wait a minute. I just fucking learned this. We were in fucking Austin Mitchell's league together, like way before ARA.
Oh yeah.
Dude, okay, so I'll explain this to you. So, back in like 2016, 2017, me and Xander Taylor, you know Xander Taylor?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so me and Xander, we basically role played in 2016 as TRD, Toyota Racing Development, right? Because, and basically, I had a shit ton of Robux back in the day. I had a shit ton. And we basically created a race team where based on your performances and leagues that we raced in, you'd get paid in Robux. And we're not talking about like tiny amounts. We're talking about like thousands of Robux. You know Payson Avery? PAO5, you remember him?
No, I don't.
Okay, so do you know Casco? Casco Fire?
Yes.
You know Casco Fire. That is his little brother, Payson Avery.
The fuck?
So yeah, he has a little brother. So you remember Garrett, right? Garrett Halsey, his Chili Bowl events with George, all that. Okay, so during, I think it was either the 3rd or the 4th annual Chili Bowl. I forgot who won. I think Inside Lane won that race. Payson Avery started in the F main, and me and Garrett made a deal. So Garrett had an extra 5k Robux that wasn't in the prize pool for that season. I don't remember how he got it, but he had an extra 5k, and I had an extra 5k. So we made a deal where if Payson Avery went from the F main to the A main, we would give him 10,000 Robux. And that was a shit ton back in the day. That was a shit ton. And he did it. He finished 2nd. He almost won the whole damn thing from the F main. There were over 100 people in that race. And he started dead last. And he went up every single race, and he finished in the A main. And this all comes back because in Austin Mitchell's Rallycross League, Austin Mitchell was part of our friend group back in the day. So he had us join his Rallycross League, which was new. And I believe we had like a either 5 or 6 car fleet of all TRD cars. We had me, Xander. Do you remember Argios? You remember him?
Oh, yeah, I remember Argios.
Yeah, Argios. Yeah, we had Argios in there. You remember Afria Jack? You remember him? Yeah, I know.
I don't remember all
dude,
these people.
dude, Afria Jack. Dude, okay, I'll have to explain to you later about Afria Jack because he hates my guts now because I'm gay.
That's unfortunate.
But Afria Jack was in there. Griffin Lover, you know Emily was in that. And shit, I forgot who the other one. Oh, it was Braden. I forgot his name.
I don't know. I can't even help you.
Yeah, no. I forgot. It's like Braden H or something. I don't know. He was a really toxic dude. But anyway, dude, that just brought back so many memories. But yeah, no, fucking dude, I can't believe that we just had this whole conversation talking about fucking Austin. Anyway, yeah, no, we fucking raced together. That's crazy. I just realized that like we raced together before ARA.
Yeah.
Austin 25M's Rally League.
I think right after I raced at his league, I think I joined the group which was ARA, and then I raced there for about I think like a year or 2.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, that's so cool, dude. Like that's what's fun about talking with like people that I've known for a while. And I'm sure that like when I talk to Chris in a little bit, it's gonna get even better because we have fucking almost 15 years of racing history together. Even before we knew each other, we've only known each other for like 5 years. And we raced each other for almost 10 years before that. But I'll get to that later when I talk to him. But what's going on after high school, man? I imagine that you're not really. I know you're gonna have more free time, but you've been pretty detached from the road racing community. I can't imagine you're coming back. But what's gonna be what's going on in the future of you, man?
I'm going to community college. I'm majoring in robotics and animation.
What? That's fucking awesome. How'd you get into that?
Just my dad, I guess, because he works for this company called Raytheon. I don't know if you ever heard about it. It's a company that works with like the military and space and stuff like that. So
bro, oh my god.
Really cool, so.
Boron, you're gonna be Boron, you're gonna be creating the next like fucking super weapons, dude. What the fuck? Like, I'm gonna be seeing like an American tragedy, and when I look up the web, it's gonna be like, yeah, Boron made this. I'm like, yo! Oh, but Boron, thank you so much for coming out here, dude. Like, I know you haven't been in the community for a while, but I'm so happy that you showed up, dude. That's fucking awesome. And I wish you the best in luck in college, dude. Seriously, that's gonna be fucking awesome. Yeah, no problem, man. I'm gonna go ahead and respawn you now. But, dude, that was fucking awesome, dude. I haven't talked to Boron in so long. Here, I gotta really... Yeah, I haven't talked to that man in so long. Here, Boron, I'm just gonna quickly disconnect you. Alright. Dude, that was cool. Anyway, let's go and move on to our next guy. Whoa! Speak of the devil! Christopher! Christopher, it's time! Christopher!
He's eating his food.
God damn it! Alright, you know what? We'll talk to Chris later. Oh wait, I can't respawn him. Well, he's just gonna be awkwardly sitting here now. Alright, Commander! Commander, it's your turn, my little Pookie Bear. Where is... There you are. Commander, go ahead and take a little seat. So, Commander, you're unmuted.
Hello.
So, Commander, dude, same thing with Commander. We're gonna be meeting up in a week. It's gonna be fucking awesome. But, Commander, first off, I want to ask you. You're older than me, and I want to ask, how long have you been in the community for? Because again, I feel like with a lot of other people, especially the new ones, I don't really know about where they've come from to get to this point. How did you get started in row racing?
Row racing? I mean, I guess technically, I've been doing, like, Roblox NASCAR racing for a long time. Like 2011, 2012, back when like, NASCAR Death Racing was going on, and NASCAR the Game 2015 Martinsville, and like all those like free model block NASCAR games.
Yeah, so you know what I was talking about earlier with Addicted.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But in terms of leagues, I don't think I was actually in a league since like my first league was 2021. I was very late into the game with that.
Wait,
yeah,
so I'm confused. Wait, so how did you, like, were you just not aware that it was a thing? Were you just not interested? Like, what was your because I feel like with almost everybody, you know, like, obviously you might get introduced, like, through a game, but, you know, look, he's up next, okay? Just let him do his thing. He's up next. But, when it comes to, I feel like with a lot of road racers, you know, it's like, yeah, you might spend a little bit of time with, you know, games, but once you get familiar with leagues as a concept, you kind of go into it. Why didn't you go into leagues for so long? Because that's 10 years, dude.
I guess it was mostly because I just wasn't aware of their existence. Like, I didn't really sit on Roblox all day.
You know what, that's true.
I think when I was growing up, you know, I was more of like the NASCAR console games, like Inside Line, Thunder 04, all that. I never really, you know, explored on Roblox that was even a thing, honestly.
That makes a lot of sense.
My first, like, proper, like, competitive Roblox racing experience was, in the Backstretch Battles server. Actually, they used to host these, it wasn't BBR. It was BBR. But they used to host these, like, races, these, Do you remember the Big One, that game?
I don't remember anything really Backstretch Battles related. I wasn't really part of that.
Backstretch Battles game, but it was like it was just a game called the Big One.
I would not know it then.
People in the chat know.
Yeah.
But it was basically this like free model Talladega game. Like the admins of the game used to host that, and that's how I kind of got into road racing in general. It was just kind of that, competitively anyway.
So how did you get into ASCA? Because you came in Season 5, alright? You were relatively new to the game, alright? You did one season of D2, and then I brought you up to D1 next season. So how'd you get into, like, where was your entry point to ASCA? Where'd that come from?
Oh, boy.
Is it a story? That tells me
really
there's
a story.
Okay.
But there used to be this, like, beef between, Backstretch Battles dwellers and ASCA dwellers.
There was?
Dwellers now, but well, I wouldn't call it like beef, but I would call it like people in the ASCA server would come into the DB on and just like messed
Yeah,
around.
I wonder who a certain person who got
Bailey.
banned.
It was not Bailey.
It was not Bailey?
It was
Who like
it was
who like spam slurs in general?
I think it was more like Nikki and like I remember Agent was a part of that.
Dude, Nikki?
What is happening? What is happening? Yeah, Bailey, exactly that, Bailey. But yeah, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna check out what this is. I'm gonna check out, what this league is. Maybe it'll be fun. And I just joined and did the tryouts and. Okay, I want to actually look up something, see if I can.
What?
I'm gonna bite the bullet.
What?
Where is it? Where is it? Let me see.
What, is there a screenshot?
There's not a screenshot, but there is a I'm gonna send this to you if you want to read this.
Okay, I can read it.
So, if you know,
Let me see.
I was on Rez's team for the first couple races of the season 5 race. This is what I sent to get him to get onto that team.
All right. So what I'm about to read to you guys is the official message that Commander Cox sent to Rez Levin to get him part of his D2 team. Hello, Rez Levin / Johnny. I am contacting you tonight to inquire about a potential ride opportunity at Abbey Road Motorsports in the ASCA National Series for Season 5. I am a good driver who is looking for an opportunity to prove my worth in ASCA, and I believe driving for your team would allow me to live up to that opportunity. I have other ASCA licensed drivers that vouch for my ability, and I have a solid body of work in other road racing leagues. I am eagerly awaiting your response.
But please, that he does not have.
But please, do not feel as if you are pressured to make a decision. Thank you for your consideration.
I left the resume.
Hey, it worked. It worked.
It must have worked. And then I went through that fucking phase that everyone goes through. Like, I'm retiring from road racing 1 week later. That gif, and then I came back, joined Spooky / MK's team, and the rest is history, I guess.
Look, all I'm gonna say is never feel bad retiring from road racing because Addicted did it 5 times in 1 season. Okay. Season 3. Look. Addicted doesn't talk about season 3. Okay. Season 3 was a time for him. Okay, it was definitely the I don't know how you describe it, but it was definitely his mid-career slump. But Commander, you have been doing a lot for the community over this past season, mainly having to do with the ASCA NR RPG throughout this season. How's that been going? Because I know not a lot of people know about it. I'm going to quickly explain. During the middle, we have a lot of off weeks. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Season 6 has been going on for a whole year. And we've had a lot of off weeks during that time, mainly because a lot of us are getting older, we're getting busier, it's hard for us to really come together and do races. But in that meantime, in the free time that we do have, Commander and Chris have been working on an NR RPG, where a lot of our ASCA drivers own teams within the NR sim. We hire drivers. It's really cool how it all came together so fast. So, Commander, I just want to talk about that experience. How's that been for you?
It's been fun. Doing the races is fun. Making the paint schemes and doing everything else that's associated with that is, it's an experience, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's not interesting.
Well, hey, you're getting toward. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are gonna plan on resetting or whatever, but hey, you guys are getting up to the modern day here, and you guys have been kind of speedrunning it.
Yeah, I figure we may need to slow down. What just happened in the game?
I don't know. People are touching stuff. But Commander, what happened?
Papyrus in the media.
What?
What is he
What are you doing? Hey!
Oh my god!
Well, I have a bone to pick with you, little. Anyway, you know what? It's all right. You know what? Papyrus can stay here. All right. So anyway, Commander, I want to ask you, just overall, what's been your experience with ASCA? This is really something where, when it comes to, I've been asking other people what their futures are, but you're same thing as me. We're getting older. Obviously, I don't think road racing is really in our future, but I want to ask you, what's your experience has been with ASCA, and how you feel about it after everything?
ASCA's been fun. There are obviously some times where you look back on the race and you dwell over what could you have done differently? What could you have, made?
Maybe if you actually maybe if you actually want to fucking break. Anyway,
okay,
keep
well,
going.
hey, there's still one more race.
There's no way. Hey,
if I
there better be a command. Hey,
for the race. I don't know if you know about this, but if I qualify for the race, it's gonna be a fun time. But anyway,
you're doing the thing again. I hope
What
you
thing?
win. I really hope you win while you're like that. That would be fucking hilarious.
I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, it is Oh yeah.
Papyrus, what's going on? Yo, Papyrus doing your best commander impression here in about 3 hours.
Anyway, yeah, it's been good. There's been a lot of really good people. There's been a lot of not good people, but you learn quickly which ones are and which ones are.
Hey, you wanna? When you're not naming people, it'd be really interesting if you name people. It'd be really funny. I want to stir the pot. I think it'd be funny.
People, I'm not out here airing dirty laundry on the stream.
Is one of them Bandit?
No, I don't care about him.
Okay. Is one of them Nikki?
No.
Can you? God damn. Okay.
I've learned to not take Nikki seriously. Like, you just never take what he says seriously at all. And
damn! You hear that, Nikki? Damn! Anyway.
What is happening? What is Chris doing?
Chris is making a little bonfire.
A campfire.
Alright.
Okay.
Hopefully he doesn't start a fire. Anyway, Commander, I'm gonna go and let you go. But honestly,
one more thing. I just want to say.
Okay.
When we move to iRacing, apparently you're streaming it. I hope you're ready to have me as a co-commentator most nights, because I'm most likely not going to make the race because I have garbage iRating. But anyway.
Alright, but Commander, one final thing before I go. Genuinely, you have been one of the most fun people that I've met on here. Alright, I know I said this about Digimon, I'm saying the same thing about you as well. I know we haven't known each other for a little while, but I'm excited for next week. I'm excited for next week. Next week's gonna be fucking awesome, dude. And I'm gonna go ahead and let you go here now. Thanks.
Alright, thank you very much. I'll see you then, man.
Alright, see you. Alright, I'm gonna disconnect you real quick. Alright, and with that,
anyone who's bored, we got Beyblade in the back.
No, not Agony next. I said that we'd bring Chris up. Chris, it's time. It's your turn to come take a seat. Christopher. No, not the fireworks.
Bring up AJ. Bring up AJ. I'm having fun with the tools. Bring up AJ.
You want me to bring up AJ? I can bring up AJ.
Do AJ.
Alright, AJ. I'll unmute him. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring two of them up here. We have Chris and AJ. Hey, everybody.
Oh, I'm up. Okay.
Alright, you guys want to come take a seat?
Do just in.
Try to get in the couch and then like face forward. That's fine. That's fine. Perfect.
There we go.
Perfect. Chris, you want to take a seat, or I don't really think you can, or at least like get in frame.
I'll take a seat.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, hi everyone.
Yeah. All right. So we got Chris and AJ. All right, they've talked with each other. They've talked with us before on episodes of ASCA Hot Seat. But AJ, I'm gonna go ahead and start with you. All right. So first off, you have decided to take a bit of a step back from ASCA this season. You retired from D1 competition anyway at the end of season 5. What have you been up to since then?
Pretty much for the most part, you've been seeing me on iRacing.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I.
Guys, he's really good at college. He's really good at college series. He cooked.
Really good at college.
He's really good at college series, guys. He's so good at college.
College, guys. I'm in college. But yeah, I've been just in the college series on iRacing. I've had a lot of fun doing that. That's what I've pretty much been on the whole time. It's just I haven't really found ASCA racing just in general, and like really road racing in general. I haven't found it as fun. I've definitely like grown out of it, and it's just something that I was ready to move on from. But of course, I had to do just one final race.
Yeah.
And, I felt like it went pretty well, honestly.
Yeah.
Like considering how like just like how much I haven't been in the car, I guess, or haven't done any road racing in like 5 months.
Yeah, no. I get what you're saying. It was a good time, seriously. But I want to talk about. I met you in the same way I met Addicted and especially Boron. I met you through ARA. And I just want to ask you, how did you get introduced to ARA? Because you were probably the best driver in that, throughout most of its history.
Well, ARA, it really started out during COVID. Everyone was at home. It was pretty much the same way Backstretch Battle started. Everyone was at home. We were bored as hell. And, me, Gage, and Ashton wanted to start our own league, and that's where ARA came from. And to me, at least, it was just the peak of racing for me. It's definitely going to be completely different for other people, but to me, that was where I had the most fun racing. And yeah, of course, like you said, I had a lot of success there. I had a lot of fun racing there, for sure.
Yeah, no, and that's also, I think, ARA, the main reason why we bring up ARA so much to everybody is mainly because when it came to Season 2 and 3 mainly, a lot of the people that became, veterans of our series either came from, Penske or Dark's camp, or they came from, ARA and Jackal camp. ARA and Jackal kind of merged together as, not obviously, but I mean, the communities themselves, they shared a lot of people. And when it comes to, and we're going to be talking to more people, all right, that came from ARA, I do want to ask, just out of curiosity, so I can get a timeline here. I met Ashton in Doritos, as I mentioned, with Addicted. And I tell this story so many times. I hated that man from the moment I met him, all right? And I got him banned from that league. I convinced Kyle to ban him because I didn't like him. I made up some bullshit lie about how he was a mobile driver that wasn't even true. And he got banned. I want to know, when did you meet Ash and Gage? It was through Rux, right?
It's funny that you mentioned Ashton, because that man, as much as I fucking love and hate the guy, mostly kind of in the middle with, but that man is the reason why I'm here right now. He's the man that got me into road racing in the first place. It all started all the way back. I don't know if anyone else played. I feel like a lot of guys have played it, but George's NASCAR 16 game.
Yeah. Boron, I think who mentioned it earlier? Fucking, someone mentioned it earlier. But
yeah, that's where I really got started. When I made my account, that's where I spent most of the time, and that was when I met Ashton, and he invited me to the Roblox Under Armour Cup Series.
Rux! There it is!
We're in Rux. That's where I also met you.
Yeah, because didn't I win my first race? When did I
have no idea.
Okay,
no idea.
My relationship with Rux is very much a blur. I met I was in Rux because of Darkar. Alright, because I was friends with Darkar and Afria Jack. Alright, Dar and Afria Jack were tight. They were both in Rux, so I was part of it. I did not do Rux for long. I don't know if Zach the NASCAR is here. I know he hasn't been active in the last few weeks. Maybe we'll talk to him about it if he ever shows up. But I know that I was in Rux for a very short time. I only did a couple races. But I know that's where I met you. It's a similar situation with Addicted, where we raced each other before we properly met each other. Because obviously we started talking properly in ARA. But that's where I met Weehawk as well. That was huge. That's where I met Weehawk. I met Zach the NASCAR through there. I want to say I met Hypno Panda through there too. But Rux is honestly a big blur. I was not a part of it. I only did a couple races. I wasn't a part of it. But I know that's where I met you. Rux was also a big part. We had a lot of people from Rux come over.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you met Ashton and Gage through Rux, because they were the commentators. I remember that. They were the commentators with their fucking squeaker voices just yelling. I remember that for sure. Oh, you know what? I just remembered. Yeah, I won my first Rux race at Mid-Ohio because grip flipping was a thing back then. And I know the Rux cars had a big problem with that, the road courses. I remember final lap, Darkar fucking flipped himself and died and shit, because they had death back then. I know they had death back then. They had death walls to where if your avatar actually died, you were dead for the season. It was kind of morbid. But I remember because Dar died, I basically got a free win out of that. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So you were so basically that's how you met Gage and Ash.
Well,
and then,
here's the thing though. Gage, it's a different story because
Gage is a different story? Oh.
Yeah, in Rux, yeah, of course Gage was there, but we were not really friends at all at the time. But it was until I want to say around either 29. It had to be like 2019 or maybe late 2018. That's when like we started. Oh wait, now I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't really remember now.
So at some point, you guys came together, created ARA, and the rest is history.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I remember one thing about was I the one that recommended, because I know you weren't aware of ASCA at first. Like, you weren't really friends with anybody, like, you know, that was part of ASCA, like Penske, Dark, Chris. Like, you didn't really know any of those guys. That mainly came. Was I the one that introduced you to ASCA?
I really can't remember that.
I don't know.
All I remember is joining a test session at or no, it was Coda. They were doing a
that Coda track. Dude, that Coda track was so ass. Oh my god. I remember.
They didn't let me race.
We did. No,
ASCA Coda?
Yeah, remember Season 1 All-Star Race?
When did we do a test session there?
Look, we did, okay, Chris, to be fair, we did a lot of, like, random, because you have to realize, that was, like, when we were, like, getting the new car set up and shit. I imagine we had to, like...
Late night first practice Dakota. Go ahead, start joining. 5:13:20.
Dude, oh my god, that is... Wow, that's, like, 4 years ago. Literally, like, a week.
Yeah.
Damn. Holy shit. Damn. But, yeah, no, a lot of people from ARA came over here. You know, we'll be talking about them later on. But when it comes to, you know, your future here, all right, you know what? Here, you know, we know your future. All right, you're going to be in 3 years. You're going to be the Coca-Cola iRacing champion. We already know this. We know this.
Keep dreaming about that.
I will until it becomes a reality, because I know it will, and everyone else here knows that. But I want to ask you the same thing I've asked a few of the other guys that have been here for a while. What's been your experiences with the road racing community as it's pretty much come to a close at this point for you?
Yeah, it's definitely been a really big part of my life, for sure. I've met a lot of amazing people that, like, and a lot of friendships that I'm going to cherish for a long time. And it's just, it's a shame that it's coming to a close, but, you know, I got to move on. I'm growing up.
Yeah. Yeah, that goes hard. That's a good one. But AJ, I'm going to let you stay here because we have to talk to your friend over here, and I'm sure this is going to be really interesting. We have Chris, and there are a lot of questions with him, but I'm going to go ahead and actually get the last question of AJ out of the way. What has been your experiences with the road racing community just throughout your time here, almost hitting 15 years at this point? Just throughout all of it, what can you describe it as? Christopher? Oh.
So what happened?
is that your answer?
I was zoned out. What was the question?
I was gonna ask you, you know what, here, you were clearly distracted with something else.
Yes.
So I'm just, okay, alright, here, how about this? I was gonna go full circle here. I'm actually gonna start differently. Alright, so, Chris, you joined in 2009? Or 10, I forgot.
I came back.
But road racing community.
Yeah, I came back with COVID. I left early 2017, and then I came back.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay, so I want to talk about. I brought up how I found the road racing community back in 2010. You came around a similar time. How did you find just Roblox as a site? Because it wasn't that big back then. How did you get involved in the road racing community early on?
So, do you remember Mr. Potato's old
I know Mr. Potato.
NASCAR 2013 Talladega game?
Yes.
2012 Talladega?
Yep.
So I was in there, and I met Head Guy there.
Oh!
And Head Guy at the time was 6 years old.
Dude.
Or something like that.
Oh my god,
and
Head Guy.
He introduced me to Mobile One, to Nara, to Lowe's, to all those freaking series. And then my little brain of mine didn't understand how they worked, so I remember I remember doing old Lowe's race. Lowe's races, the old Castrol truck races. I remember doing a bunch of those, but I never did them consistently because I just didn't. My brain didn't know how leagues work.
Yeah.
And the first ever league that I took seriously was, you remember Kurtman 467?
The name sounds familiar. What was the league name
So
called?
he ran the NASCAR 14 Cup Series on Roblox.
That sounds familiar to me. Yeah.
And that was the first league that I fully took seriously. And I did the full season. I raced with guys like, I think Ethan was in there.
Ethan's gonna be a fun one to talk about. Yeah,
there.
Ethan was definitely in there at that time.
Kyle 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 H was in there.
Yeah, that guy.
I think there were a bunch of other guys. I think Austin Nevins was in there.
What
was in there.
about NYG Joe? Was NYG Joe in there? Was NYG Joe there?
I think was in there.
He was in every fucking league, dude. And that fucking dude, that yellow Walmart car is fucking iconic. Number 13, Germain Racing number 13, yellow Walmart car. NYG Joe's the GOAT. He's a real one.
Yeah.
I think he's a regular user on Racing Reference now. I think I don't know if he works there. I don't know, but I see him a lot on Racing Reference nowadays. I don't know if I don't know what he's up to, but NYG
Racing Reference is a publicly owned thing. So
oh, okay. Yeah. All right, but yeah, but that was.
Yeah, and then from there, the first big league I did was Kidboy's Nera.
No.
And I still, at this point, I was like, I don't really know how these big leagues work. And because I was a nobody, I had to go through the Subway Late Model Series.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody remembers that. My old head's in here. And I remember the first 4 races I did were the first 4 races of the season. And I won all 4 of them. And I didn't race another league for a year. So,
the Christopher Lilly career.
And then I came back and then I got back in and when Mobile 1 started popping off, and Drive 10 Hunger, and Fenton's old leagues, all 600,000 of them.
Yeah, Fenton!
And then by the end of 2016, I just stopped. I didn't care anymore, and I switched over to Xbox and console racing. And then, you know how I run Zascar. All those guys in Zascar, I met through there.
Including Penske.
And then,
Penske?
I met Penske. I met Penske through one of my best friends in real life, who met Bailey through an aviation group.
Jesus Christ.
This was like 2014, 2015. So Ty was like, I got this friend. We should introduce. He was going to introduce me to him. He also introduced me to Austin Nevins before I actually raced with him. And Bailey met him at Alaskan Airlines. And we just clicked. We hit it off at my old Monster Jam game from like 2015, 2016. And then I created the NASCAR Oreo Cup Series, which had a bunch of people in there. There was like Mythical Termination, a bunch of old guys, 32250, Regis.
Yeah, Regis.
2 of my real life buddies, we'll call them Ty and Dutch. They're coming to Charlotte with us. Dutch, I've heard, he was Phoenix Fire 5, and Ty was Fluffy Deadlocks or Infamous Killjoy, if you remember that name.
I know Infamous Killjoy. I know that one.
Yeah, that was him. That's him.
Yeah, let's go.
And then when I switched to Xbox, start of 2017, I want to say, whenever Forza Motorsport 7 came out, when Bailey finally got an Xbox, and we would always do these mini-series and stuff like that, and it got to a point where Bailey would always ditch us to go run fucking General Lee's old league.
Oh, there's General.
He's like, I can't do, because we used to role play on GTA. He's like, I can't do GTA RP tonight. I'm going for my 23rd title in this Roblox. And I'm like, dude, it's Roblox. Come play Xbox with us. And then COVID happened, and I was like, I'm a little bored of Xbox. And then I came back to Roblox, and then Bailey introduced me to Dark. I did the logos for Hilton, and I started doing all the graphic stuff. And before you know it, I was like 3rd in charge. And here we are, with everything that's happened in the last 4 years.
I am so happy that you just went through like an entire lore dump, because like that's the type of stuff I've always wanted to know about you, because again, you've been in the road race community. Even though you took that break for a while, there's so many connections, especially when it comes to all those old names from back in the day.
Chris the Champion 48, baby.
Because the thing was that back in the day, I mean, obviously Roblox is way bigger than it was back then, and it was so small, especially the road racing community, that I kind of felt like you knew everybody. Like, I knew all those names off the bat. Like, if someone were to name, like, the popular names of today, I would have no idea. Not just because I'm detached from the community and I'm getting older.
A lot of it, too, was because back then, everybody raced in everybody's league.
That's true. Yep, that's true.
There was no drama. Everybody raced in everybody's league.
Yeah, no. That's how I knew everybody. I was just like, damn,
Everybody who
those are
raced
all
Lux
those
raced
names.
ARA. Everybody raced ARA, ended up racing ASCA.
Yeah, we just all kind of followed
Like,
each
it all
other.
just comes full circle.
A big thing that I want to talk to you about, and I'm sure you probably want to mention this at some point, I want to talk about what ASCA has contributed to your current endeavor as a graphic designer, because you have done so much graphic work for the past 4 years, just for ASCA alone, and I want to ask just how that has contributed to your current career as a graphic designer, freelancer.
I mean, you could definitely tell there's improvement. You can look at my Season 2 and Season 3 schemes, and they're just spiky lines.
Yep.
Spiky lines. And if you look at my work now, it's significantly better.
Yeah, there's a lot more diversity in the actual art.
Logos, to thumbnails, to schemes. It's definitely I mean, I've made probably 150 cars for ASCA. If not
Only
more.
150? I feel like you made so much more.
I mean, I'm just thinking like 1 car per person.
Yeah. But then you gotta
I've
consider...
probably made
you probably made way more
plus
than
throwbacks, plus special schemes. I've definitely got my fair share of experience from ASCA that I probably wouldn't have been able to get from anywhere else, even on like the running things front, like the spreadsheets, running this like it's a quote-unquote business. I mean, it's not a business, it's a fucking league, but managing everything, sponsors, all this stuff, it's just good experience. I don't think I would have got in this time period without doing ASCA.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Professionalism, mannerisms, just that kind of stuff that I don't think I could have got. I mean, I could have got it anywhere else, but not doing it like this.
Yeah, and I know that Don mentioned this during his announcement earlier, but it cannot go unsaid just how much work, even I don't really understand, just the amount of work that this guy has put in. He's had to work with templates, he's had to create designs, he's had to host for for many years. He has had to honestly make some pretty tough calls at times with people that he probably liked having around. He's been managing this league for, at least since season 2, and even then he still had a big presence in season 1. And there were a lot of times where, he really had to sacrifice a lot of his free time to make sure that, we had a fun time here. So, honestly, just a big thanks to Christopher here. Let me start saying this, Christopher. Thanks to Chris for, honestly making this all happen, because genuinely it has created, I mean, look at him, he's bowing down to him. Like, look at that, like a good little servant, little fucking bitch. And, it's been...
I expect that in Charlotte, done. I will hold you accountable. Don't do that.
The moment he gets off the train, bow to me. Bow to me. Now. But... Chris, finally, I want to ask you, do you have anything you want to say about the future of ASCA? Obviously, you are leading the charge here into what ASCA is going to be over the next couple of months. Is there anything you want to share with everyone here about what the future of ASCA is going to be?
I mean, obviously, we're leaving Roblox. We're heading to iRacing. There's a lot that I have to get set up with iRacing. I know, obviously, we're going to be leaving some people behind, which is unfortunate because there are some guys that I've known in this community for a long time, that I've loved for a long time, good friends with them. Like Ethan, for example, he's not going to be able to follow us.
No, Ethan!
Just because, sometimes it's a big commitment. It's a lot of money on the table between a computer, a rig, tracks, content, racing the game, playing it to be good at it. And while I am going to miss the aspects of ASCA where I made all the paint schemes, I set up the tracks, I had an open sandbox to do whatever I wanted, and that is definitely a part that I'm gonna miss. We can go to Avis. We can go fucking do a loop on the moon. We can run a fucking bowl track. You can't do that on iRacing. And
we don't talk about the bowl track. We don't talk about the bowl track.
It's fine. We talk about it. It's
The
nice
bowl never happened.
not having to put that much effort into stuff like this. Hold on. But even with, how do I say this? How do I say this? It's gonna be nice not having to devote the time to setting up races, making paint schemes, thumbnails, announcements, points, managing a website. Like, I'm still gonna be doing a lot of that stuff once we move to iRacing, but I'm not gonna do it in the capacity that I'm doing it now. And that's the main reason why I'm moving to iRacing, because like you said, a lot of people don't really see how much work I've put into this. I've spent money on meshes. I've spent days putting templates together. I've put a lot of work into this, and I'm very happy at the point it's at. And obviously I couldn't do this without Don, Blackstone, Bailey, Caden, everybody. But it's definitely drained a lot of it. You saw it last year. I took like a 2-3 month hiatus. I just needed time for myself. And hopefully with the move to iRacing, it'll give me the time to focus more on myself and not have to... I mean, obviously it's Roblox, but, you know, people take it... I take this pretty seriously. People who race it take it seriously. It's the best it's a replacement because you can't do this anywhere else. You can't do this on another platform. You can't do this with a different group of people. You can't do this with different people helping you. It's... A lot of this is what I'm gonna miss. Like, Milwaukee. Me and Blackstone were sitting in the fucking race channel, race officials, because it was just us two that race. Reminiscing, doing all this and that. And then it immediately went down the drain with the...
And then Connor bin Laden.
Yep. Osama bin Trafari. But, you know, shit like that happens. You reminisce. Like, I'm gonna remember this for the rest of my life.
Yeah, me too.
I'm never gonna forget this. We're always gonna have the streams to go back to. A lot of the people here too, the community. I'm very happy with the community we've built. We're very active. We're in the calls every day. Older people, younger people, racers, not racers.
Don't tell Drake about the young people.
Certified lovable, certified pedophile. But yeah, it's just I'm gonna miss a lot of it. But I'm also ready to move on to chapter 2 of ASCA and close the book on this chapter and just keep moving forward with iRacing, see how that does. I'm sure it'll go good, but I'm gonna want to do what I want to do with that. I want to do social medias. Obviously I'll have you stream. I want to do this. I want to do that. I'll probably devote a good amount of time to that too, but I'm just glad I don't have to have ASCA take as much time up as it does, as much as I've liked it. But yeah, I'm also older. I'm ready to move to iRacing at this point. If I would have started ASCA when I was I came back when I was 17. Bailey was 18, Caden was 18. If this would have started 2-3 years earlier, we would have probably had more time to race, had more this, more that. But I think because of the time that it hit my life, I have to end it here. I'm 20 years old on Roblox. I gotta move past this. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to moving to iRacing.
Fuck, that was good. That was really good. All right, that's going to be Chris and AJ. Chris just fucking dropped the biggest speech I have ever heard. He fucking... Okay, literally everything Chris said was right. All right, Chris fucking cooked. All right, we are going to go ahead.
I'm hijacking it because I have to go soon. I'm hijacking.
Okay, Don, you know what, Don? Yeah, go ahead. Don, okay, here, AJ, I'm going to quickly get you out of here really quick. Oh, shit, hold up.
I'm sorry, Eggity, even though you're cheating.
Hold up, I gotta quickly get...
Goodbye, AJ. You will be missed.
Alright, so, Don!
Hello, everybody! Yeah,
alright, so...
Yeah, unfortunately, I will not be able to attend the ASCA finale, which is a common running theme. I've had to... Every single time that ASCA has ran a Homestead finale, except for Season 3, I have always been elsewhere or unavailable to make it. So,
yeah.
But you know what? That's life.
Yeah, that's just how it is. Don, you've been busy out of your mind. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But Don, I remember, this is one of the few times where I think that you met Chris through me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, through GRS. So I'm gonna go.
I'll give you the rundown.
You want to give the rundown? Go give them the rundown.
All right. So way back when.
Like 2020. Yeah, it was 2020.
No. Before that.
Before that.
We're talking like 15, 16, somewhere around there.
Shit, you were around there? You were.
No. I was a kid. I was fucking around. I was hopping on Georgia's Talladega and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I actually ran into him a couple times. I remember. I have this memory in the back of my mind of him. You remember the old classic Roblox vehicles that made out of wood, like the school bus?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
You know, he would spawn in the school bus, and then we would go around Talladega in the school bus. But no, I met a lot of people through there. I did a league none of you know it. It was the NASCAR DirecTV Cup Series. I did that
I heard
for
of it.
like a year.
I heard of it.
Oh.
I know about that.
Oh.
Yep.
Wait. Was that ran by Hockey God?
No.
Are you?
Yes, it was not ran.
What time period was this?
I want to say 17.
Okay.
Maybe like 16, 17, somewhere around there. I did that. I did very well. I won my debut race at I think it was Phoenix. Yes, it was self-bio. Yes, it was fucking self-bio. Yes, Ethan, I love you. You know, it was DirecTV by self-bio. I won my first race there. I made it to like it was chase format, but I came in like 4th or some shit like that. I don't know if I remember. So I met a couple people, and then like through like George's game and like these small little leagues I would join, I met someone by the name of, you know him, Gavin, Intergost.
Yes, Intergost! Yes, it took me a second. I remember him.
And then for like 3 years, I was gone. I was doing fuck all. I think I was doing row baseball. That's what I was doing.
You were a part of that. Yeah. I remember that. You had a phase. You had that ugly baseball phase.
I was a very, not HCBB. I was very, very big in row baseball because I built all the fucking stadiums.
Oh, you built the stadium, huh?
Yes.
That explains Toronto.
Yeah, no. Well, no, Toronto was a soccer stadium.
Also, I get, but it's a stadium nonetheless.
Yeah, actually, the Toronto thing was a side project because a Row Wrestling wanted me to build them their venue for their WrestleMania, and so I built that stadium. So I reused it for Toronto. Fun fact. So, anyways, 3 years go by. I'm fucking playing row baseball. I'm having a good time. I'm winning row baseball championships. Done a Vichy right here, hitting dingers. So I'm bored one day, middle COVID. And I see Intergost, who I probably haven't interacted with in 3 years, in this NASCAR game. Like, I'm bored. What if NASCAR? I used to be into it. So I joined that, and then I watched a GRS race.
It was Atlanta. You watched, I think it was Weehawk.
It was like 6 people.
No, so what happened was I had death walls. Okay, so I had death walls on the inside. It was bad that day. Yes. All the fast guys wrecked. I already know one memory where Xander fucking murdered you on the backstretch. Yeah, that was
different. That wasn't.
I know that wasn't this race, but like I think it was one of your first races.
It was one of my first races with Dover.
Yeah, it was Dover. No, it wasn't Dover. I know it wasn't Dover.
Well, I had the thin backstretch. It was
no. But Dover doesn't have like an inside like area. It's only just 2 walls right there. I think it was Kansas. It might have been Kansas.
No, it was too small. This track is too small. It's like a 1 miler.
Okay, well, whatever the case, all I know is that you pissed off Xander. Xander down the straightaway just fucking doored you down the track and he murdered your car.
He DNF'd us both, I think.
I actually don't think he did. I think that he kept going and he denied doing anything.
Oh no, it was clear as day. He just hit the A key and just do not let go. Okay, so let me go back.
Yeah.
So I met you into that shit. So I joined GRS through that. And obviously, there's my car. Hello there. After that, I met Ashton through GRS, obviously. And I joined Ashton's League, which is where I did most of my racing at the time, because GRS was like half alive or some shit. I don't really know what was going on. Or maybe it's more so that Ashton...
GRS ended after season 3, so...
Yeah, because Ashton ran a lot of races. I won 1 race in that league. And then I had this... For any of you who remember, y'all remember when we did the IndyCar Battle Royale?
Yes! The Boston Bombers!
Yeah, no. It was always like Ashton's gang of goons versus Gage's gang of goons.
All I'm saying,
because Ashton and Gage like had like this like friendly.
Yeah, they had that friend. They still have a a bit of a friendly rivalry, even though Gage kind of won it.
It was like for me, it was like 2 row baseball teams that fucking hated each other.
They were so petty about it. Like whenever
I just wanted to fucking knock people out of the fucking.
Yeah, no, that was so fun. I remember. I'm sorry if people don't know. I'll explain this. So basically, as Dunn said, Ashton and Gage had a basically it was a derby. All right, that's the most basic way to describe it. Where we had arenas and you could hit people off the arena. Okay,
it was a battle royale. It was quite literally battle royale. You had to throw the other cars out of the ring to win.
And I had an interesting. There's a story behind this. Basically, I had a team called the the Boston Bombers.
Boston Bombers.
And so I raced. So Regis had Regis Chris brought up. Regis hosted a league on Roblox for a very short time. I think it only lasted like 3 weeks, and I participated in it. And so the way that I used to get, I'm sure that's still a way you can do it. The way I used to get logos that were like offensive, like through Roblox, is I would upload them in parts, and then I'd put it together to create one big image. So obviously the Boston Bombers logo wasn't going to get through in one go, so I, uploaded it through another thing. I upload them in parts. I had other images too. So I decided I was going to put all these logos on my Regis car. Okay. George was there, and George was actually he was right now an intern at this time. I think it was like 2019, 2020. He was an intern at Roblox. So when he saw that, he used me as a test. He wanted to see how effective his new abilities as an intern were. And he got all my images banned and got me banned for a week.
You're good. It's good. You're glad. You should be glad that you're not fucking terminated.
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
because I think one of them, and I hate to say this, but it's how I acted like that. I'm pretty sure one of the decals I uploaded was the dead dog. I am pretty sure that was one of them. So I think he saw that. If people don't know what I'm talking about, good. We're gonna keep it that way. We're gonna keep it that way. We're gonna keep it that way. Let's move on. So anyway,
let's go back.
What?
After done, Duke, Bailey, and Kaden.
Okay, I will. But anyway,
so
keep going.
To the story. So I was with Ashton. I was with you guys, and then somewhere, some way, there was this tryouts for some other league. It was Hilton. I'm like, okay, I don't know. I guess I'll meet some new people, try it out. I don't fucking know. So I joined it, and we were doing tryouts at. It was like I joined before tryouts, like right before, because you guys were like, oh yeah, there's this league, they're doing tryouts or whatever. And so I fucking joined, and yeah, I do all right. And the funny thing is, those tryouts I shouldn't have passed, because the way that they did it was you needed a certain amount of points, which you could only get by either A, getting pole, or winning the tryout race, and you needed 2 points. And I remember dominating Bristol, and then like there was like a late rate, like leading like 90% of the laps. Then there was a late race caution, and then I lost the gauge. Ironic. So yeah, I only had 1 out of 2 points, and then I guess they forgot. And then Chris, to quote him, was like, well, not to quote what he said to me at the time, but what was going through his mind was, okay, who do I sign? This done guy. His voice isn't annoying. I can deal with that. Let me sign it. And that's it. That's why Donavici's an ASCA.
That's why Donavici, because Chris didn't find you annoying.
Chris did not find my voice annoying. It was that simple. And so, yeah, the season 1 was popping. Season 1 was great. I led a lot of laps during the inaugural, we don't count season 0, 500. Yeah, I led a lot of races. I know, because Wizard would like text the chat like, Don, when are you going to fucking pit? I'm like, I don't know.
Don, when are you gonna fucking pit?
I don't know. So the way that Hilton used to work was very basic. They stole Georgia scripts or some shit. I don't fucking know. And essentially, it was a fuel script. But when you entered the pits, the way it worked was, no matter what, once you touched the pit box, it didn't matter how fast you were going, it would automatically refuel your car in like 12 seconds. So you could literally like spin into pit lane, get free fuel, and just keep going.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So I was working on my own shit at the time, because as a side biz, I was just kind of fucking around with go-karts. And so I did my own thing, where I was like developing different prototypes of how to do pitting system. One was where you had
the New York Go-Kart Grand Prix. Do you still have that game?
You mean the Roblox City Grand Prix?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have that game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we can do that later. So I came up with a bunch of prototypes. One was where you would click, because you know how you have the laser clicker fit?
Yep.
When you clicked, it would like form walls around the car, so you couldn't like just leave early. But then I did some experimenting, and then I found out, hey, what if I just did it so the fuel gradually increased when your car stopped? And then I went to Chris because I knew Chris was like the third in charge in the league, and I'm like, yo, look at this thing I made. It makes it so when you spin into the pits, it doesn't automatically refuel. It just like, it's like if you stop in the box, you get fuel. And I showed it to Chris. It's like, and Chris was like, holy shit. And then obviously I knew Penske and fucking
Dark.
What the fuck his name? Yeah, Dark Caden, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know. He's had like 3 different names at this fucking point. I don't even know.
I call him Adrian.
It's like Adrian Caden. What the fuck's this guy's name? What the fuck's this guy's name? And they're like, I knew them as the league owners, but like I didn't really talk to them that much. And Chris was like, yo, check this shit out. And they're like, holy shit. And then they hired me as a dev after that. Cause
very good.
Like, yo, I made your pit system work. And then, well, that was that. And then, so afterwards, we kind of just do a bunch of shit. But didn't break a bunch of times. You were just shit at pitting. Even though you did win half the races, I don't know how. So fast forward a bit. We're coming to the end of the season. And this was when there was like a big scare going on that Roblox, it was like companies were going to Roblox and getting things with their.
Hey, Don, can I interrupt you for a second? Okay,
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've noticed this, but like you've been talking for like 15 minutes, and we're just getting to the end of season 1. Can we get some cliff notes? Can we get some cliff notes?
Yeah. So we get to the end of the season. We're like, holy shit! What if we get like taken down by Hilton or whatever? So then we go, hey, what if we change our name? And then we had a bunch of name ideas, and they all kind of sucked. And then someone came up with, I think it was Chris, came up with ASCA, and then we like changed it, and then we did this big reveal. And then we built Daytona, because we were like, yo, these tracks kind of suck. What if we made our own? And then we made our own, and then, and then we became super popular. And that's the story of Donavici.
Alright, so that's the story of Donavici. Alright, Donavici does have a big pass.
We made out behind the ASCA Hub a couple times.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Alright, you know what? Miggy would be really upset. But anyway, so that's done. Alright, so Don, I want to go ahead and ask you. I know there's a lot of other stuff we could talk about, but I do want to give some other people the opportunity to speak. So, Don, what's the future for you when it comes to after ASCA? You've had a huge part of ASCA's success with all the development stuff that you've helped out with us. What are you planning to do after this?
Yeah, so as obviously my development role will be a lot more laid back, simply because we won't be in Roblox anymore, and all the development's done for you on iRacing. I can, so literally, there's nothing for me to literally do.
Are you joining us on there?
You can manage our finances.
Yeah, I could. Wait, what finances will I have to manage?
I don't fucking know.
I mean, hey, we might have actual like sponsors on iRacing. You never know.
Yeah, you might. Okay. So yeah, it's definitely not gonna be any Roblox scripting because you know it's fucking iRacing.
Yeah. Are you gonna race with us? Like, you gonna be joining us on there?
So the deal right now is in my current apartment, I don't really got space for a wheel.
You could fit it. Stop lying to yourself.
I mean, I'm gonna be for real. Like,
I also have
wheels.
I'm in the middle of college right now, so.
That's true.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing college classes and shit, and with the rumors that we're going to Thursday night. Not my strongest day, but again, that's only for the semester. Once I move to my new apartment coming in the fall, I can definitely be a lot more available. So yeah, I can definitely see myself like hopping on and be like, yo, ASCA, let's go. It's not gonna be like a full-time thing, but it'll definitely be like, yo, let's have some fun. But here's the thing: I'm not disappearing. I'm not gone. I've been part of the ASCA community
since the beginning.
Yeah, but my whole shtick is, I haven't been gone for the ASCA community. Like, I haven't done shit for ASCA, like in like a major standpoint, since like season 4 or something like that.
Yeah.
Because season 5, season 6, I had to sit out and focus on school. But I'm still here. Literally, me and Chris, we talk daily. We play Minecraft. They
Minecrafted up.
Yeah.
All right.
We make that on the ASCA.
All right. Well, Don, I'm gonna go ahead and cut you short here. All right. I do want to get some other people up here, but I'm gonna say this.
I'm still here.
I know you are. I know. There's 2 of you here. But Don, when it comes to you, we've known each other for about 4 years now. You were one of the first people that joined my league. All right, that meant a lot. And look, I know that back in the day, I know. No. You won. You won Watkins Glen because everyone else DNF'd, but you won it by default. But genuinely, like, you are one of the coolest people I've ever met. I know that for a while we didn't like each other. I kept bullying you because I was still being a dick. But I'm genuinely excited to be seeing you in a week. That's gonna be so fucking cool. I'm so fucking. That's gonna be so fucking awesome. And you better bow for Chris when you get off that train.
I highly doubt
You better. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, all right. Donavici's out. All right, I'm gonna go ahead.
Have fun with your fucking stupid ass row racing.
I will. All right, let's go ahead. We have about. So what we're gonna have to do. Clearly, we're gonna run out of time. We have a lot of people here. So I'm gonna say that after the race, we're gonna be coming back. We're probably gonna be doing this during practice. We don't normally film the practices, so I'll probably still be streaming here for practice. So if any of you guys just want to stop in, you don't even have to be in the game. If you just want to go ahead and stop in during the middle of your practice, you can. But we're gonna go ahead and move on to Penske and Kaden. Wait, so are they still here? I'm pretty sure they're still here, right? Yeah, they're still here. All right, Kaden. That's not fucking reality. Fucking stupid. Fucking. Shut up. All right, Penske. Dark. Sit down. So these are, for anyone that somehow doesn't know, these are pretty much the guys that started it all off.
They founded it.
They founded it. They created it. They hosted mainly for the first season before they took a step back for Chris to take the helm. You guys can go out and unmute yourselves. How you guys doing?
I've been better. Yeah, that man got COVID.
Oh, that's that's not good. Oh god.
So I'll do most of the talking out of respect for Bailey's vocal cords.
All right. Well,
go ahead.
Okay. So I think the easy question to start off is, where did the idea of ASCA come from? How did it start for you guys?
Oh boy. So for me, it was, I'd always wanted to make a league on Roblox. I got involved in road racing. You were
I mean, you were here for a long time before that. I know all the Dark Flame tracks that didn't have a fucking base plate on it, didn't have any grass. You just posted the. Why did you do that, by the way? Because I know a lot of your tracks, you just didn't have grass. You just had the actual track, if you know what I mean. Why'd you do that? That was annoying.
Throw back to the ramp grass.
I didn't know. I just didn't know how to do it. I was really young. I was stupid. I just didn't know how to get the base plate. It was locked.
Wait. So did you not use a base plate for anything? Did you just make the tracks in the fucking void?
Nah. I'll get into that.
Okay.
So 2016, that's when I met the guy right next to me, Mr. Bailey, in a series called Mellow Yellow Racing Association.
I know about that.
I forgot who ran it. I forgot the dude's username. It's been so long. I've actually forgot a lot of usernames from back then. But
I remember he came back. He came back under a different fucking.
Yes, Melon Cup.
Wait, Melon Cup?
No, it wasn't.
We all know who Melon Cup.
Yeah, I know I know who Melon Cup is.
That wasn't Melon.
Okay.
It wasn't Melon. Who ran it?
No. Fuck. What was it?
What's
his name?
I mean, did it start with an M?
No.
Okay, because I was about to say Maplethorpe, but
there was.
I know Maplethorpe. I know Maple. Yeah, I know Maplethorpe owned a different league.
Why is the Morbius car here?
I don't know. But people are just bringing more cars in here.
I don't remember who it was. No one remembers who it was apparently, but I just know that Bailey and I were kind of like the two best drivers in that league. It was normally us fighting for wins most of the time, and then it came to a head in Afghanistan, as we call it.
No, it was Vietnam, not Afghanistan. Vietnam.
No, Vietnam, my fault. Vietnam, as we call it. Bailey was running his signature. I think it wasn't West Mecca. It was the what car was that, Bailey?
No, that was just a fucking black and yellow Dodge car. That was
It was
all
a
that
black
was.
and yellow Dodge, and I was running the 2009 Kyle Busch Interstate Batteries car because I was a big Kyle Busch fan back then. And I forgot winning the race, but I took him out, won the championship. He got pissed. I won a championship. I was happy. So that was how our like interaction started began.
Man, started off as hating each other.
It was a rivalry, but then I think it was after some time I was racing in Gen Series. I was dominating there. I was getting bored. I remembered, that Bailey guy or Penske guy, he was pretty good. Let me go see if I can get him into Gen's league. I hit him up. He joined. The two of us started doing the same stuff we were doing before in Mellow Yellow, but now in Gen Series. And then Bailey and I actually got like very hands-on in running Gen's league. And honestly, we have to bring up Gen because Gen, as much as
I don't think we need to bring him up. We don't need to bring him up. There's allegations there that
he has allegations.
He may or may not have done things with a person that was in his family tree.
His cousin.
I thought it was his sister. I thought it was his sister.
It was not a sister.
It was a cousin. Okay.
Can ignore that entirely. But I remember just a very specific thing that he messaged of that non-vision lag was never going to take off.
Oh yeah, that.
And it was like, just looking back at it, it's like, how many fucking VLAG leagues are there now compared to non?
Yeah. So Bailey and I had been towards the end of that whole era, we had been running Gen's league pretty much, like doing the cars, setting up stuff. We were doing most of it. And we wanted to make the switch to non-VLAG. Gen swore up and down it was not going to take off. It was going to make everything a mess. So Bailey and I were just like, but Bailey still wanted to experiment with like the whole non-VLAG stuff. And then we got a hold of the 2010 meshes.
There it is.
He told me to jump in this game with him, and I remember it vividly. It was Texas non-VLAG 2010 cars, and he had made some fire slidey setups.
Yeah.
And we were just driving around, having fun, and Bailey, I think it was me, I said, we got to make a league out of this. And he said, bet. Or it was the other way around. I don't remember. I just know
it was the other way around.
It's okay, so it was the other way around. And that's kind of where Hilton started. It was me and Bailey. We used all the people we know. We will have to bring up Season 0 Vegas because
we have to bring it up. It's part of the history.
Well, we'll bring it up at some point. We'll bring it up along the train.
So yeah, Bailey and I were together Hilton. I forgot how we decided on Hilton. I just know we made a Discord server for it.
How did we decide Hilton?
We came up with I think it was between Hilton and Marriott, and we
were choosing hotels for some reason.
I don't know why we chose hotels, but Hilton was more base, so we went with Hilton because the NASCAR Marriott Cup Series does not sound fire.
Yeah.
And we started inviting a bunch of people we knew in the road racing community.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I remember I invited Gavin.
Yeah, you invited, because we were friends. I remember we were friends because I remember how it happened. You remember RIS, that IndyCar league?
Yeah.
So me and Xander were in that. That was part of that TRD thing I mentioned with Boron earlier. We were trying to get into that league. We had me, Xander, Afrian, and Weehawk, and we needed a fifth driver. And you were in that call. I know Xander went in there and literally just convinced you, hey, come join our team. And that's how we started talking. And you raced for us. You won races at RIS. So yeah, no, I remember. Yeah, you invited me to that. You invited everybody. You invited me. You invited Xander. I know that you kind of gave me special privileges during Season 0. You gave me 2 teams. You gave Xander one team and you gave me another. But because we basically were already working together, we basically had 8 cars that we all controlled.
we just needed people at the time. It was supposed to be a fun league. Like, it was never supposed to get to the scale that it is today. It was really just, we're all having fun in here. It's just racing.
It actually started off as a bunch of fun races.
Yeah,
there were no points with it. And then we were like, we should throw points into this shit. Fuck it, let's run a quick championship.
Yeah,
And that season didn't get very far.
It didn't get very far because I don't know how, but we were able to get George into it, and then a bunch of other like
the moment George got into it is when I know Alex Wheeler got into it. That little bitch. Fucking Tandem Drafting got into it. Tandem Drafting's the one that went in reverse at Las Vegas, started the chaos in that 55 Napa car.
Tapered fucking spacer.
Yeah,
tapered spacer.
Taper spacer. I get.
Man.
I will never forget. It was funny as shit. Because then I remember that on the restart after that one, there was a fucking wreck at the restart. There was no yellow, so everyone that got wrecked decided to go backwards. And then that was it. That was. Yeah. We thought that we thought that Hilton was dead at that rate.
No, yeah, I'll be honest. Like that time, like that was my first time ever hosting a league, and it was
just
one thing to host the row racing league. It's another thing to be your first time hosting a row racing league that's already grown to the size of like the biggest that were out there. At the time.
I know it got a lot of people.
It grew quick for no fucking reason.
Well, just because of the connections. I mean, like Chris said earlier, even like in 2019, I feel like we were still a lot of the people that were still around. I mean, they still went wherever wherever their group went. So
George did make an announcement saying Hilton was dead. I forgot about that. He made an announcement saying it was over. It was like, here we still are.
Yeah, so Hilton died for like, I want to say 2 months, 3 months.
Yeah.
COVID came around. Ironically, COVID came at the perfect time of when all that crap happens.
Like, hey, let's do it again. Fuck it. Let's see what happens this time.
You said, yo, I know a guy. Let me introduce you to Chris. That's how I met Chris.
Yeah.
Man, I should
hold that shit.
And Chris was able to help, really like revitalize like the whole image that ASCA had, or Hilton at the time had. He was making logos. He was doing all that really cool stuff. We were able to get majority of the people that raced before back because they still knew how awesome that racing was.
Yeah.
I strengthened the officiating crew a little bit, even though the officiating back then was still ass.
Hey, I was part of that officiating crew. Do not slander my work.
He didn't stutter.
Buddy. Okay, buddy. You officiated when you didn't make the race.
Hey, shut up.
Never forget the Gavin Minecraft racer.
Yeah.
Never forget the Gavin Darlington racer.
Hey, that was... Hey, we had a throwback to it this season. Jesus Christ.
There was a lot of things like that season 1 of ASCA. A lot of things like rapidly progressed because we started with the fuel system. We brought in done to fix that. I know halfway through, I think it was Indianapolis that I changed the draft from being overpowered to like, calmer and more realistic.
Draft.
You also stole dynamic torque from somebody.
Yeah,
we didn't use dynamic torque until we hit season 2.
Yeah,
I thought we used it in season 1 towards
we used it. We were testing. We were using it during the testing of the season 2 car. Remember that testing place at Phoenix?
Yeah.
I still have that fucking game open. I still have that somewhere.
Yeah.
That setup has been absolutely destroyed by Roblox. It drives like crap now.
But
season 1, there was just so much growth in Hilton that like as soon as like we got out of like the stumbling growing phases, like we started like knocking off races. It was the midst of COVID. All of us were having a great time.
Yeah.
The racing was phenomenal.
We were doing 3 races a week, and then Westmec decided to go back in person, so I couldn't do half of the races. And that's where I was like, all right, well, this sucks.
I remember that really iconic championship battle
between Chris and Head Guy.
Yeah, where Head Guy pitted.
It was one VC versus the other. That's all it was.
Yeah, and Head Guy freaking pitted. Was the only one to pin. Basically, cost himself the title because he made a bad pick.
Him the title was wrecking himself at Auto Club, and he wrecked out.
You know what? I remember that because Josh fucking won that. Wait, Josh won that race.
Josh won it like 12 years old.
Yeah, and then he came back like 3 years later as a 15-year-old. It's like, oh my god, he's real.
There was just so much aura about back then. There was so much aura.
Yeah. All right, but I want to go ahead and Penske. I want to talk to you really quick. I talked with Dark about how I met him. How I met you. How the fuck did we meet?
I do not remember.
Because we've had this discussion. Because here's the deal. We talked for years before. We talked years before ASCA. Like, I knew you for a while.
I don't know how the fuck we met.
Did you meet me through Xander? Because I feel like you met me through Xander.
I very well could have.
Because I think it was one of those deals where I met you through Xander. Wait, hold on. Do you know Aiden Kempf? Aiden Kempf. Do you remember him?
No.
Aiden Kempf?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, shit. I thought I maybe met you through Aiden Kempf.
Because Xander did a lot of dirt shit, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. No, he was mainly a dirt guy. Dirt row racing guy.
Then I probably met you through... I definitely met you through him then.
Okay, yeah, no, because I know that... Because seriously, we were playing Rocket League and, like, Roblox and, like, Jailbreak and shit, like, way before ASCA. Like, I knew you for a while. It was just a coincidence that I found you. Because, again, Dark invited me, not you. I found you in there. I was like, oh, shit. Damn, okay. That's why I got so attached to ASCA in the first place, was because all my boys were in here. It's getting worse.
Did I fucking meet you?
Yeah, no.
I really don't remember when.
I feel like it was just one of those deals where we just met up through one familiar person. I'm assuming that guy must have been Xander. Either it was Xander or Afterjack. One of the two.
Probably both of them, because they were both in here on season 0.
Yeah, well, they were part of TRD. Everyone that was part of TRD at that point was in ASCA, part of our teams.
So you were probably just a mutual that fucking got dragged into all this shit.
Yeah, but I want to go ahead and round up this with one final. Dark.
Oh.
Hi.
Shipwreck.
I'm taking this place.
Adrian.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi. Okay. You kind of died. Alright, so Penske, I'm going to start with you, and then I'm going to go over to Dark. Penske, right. I want to both ask you about this. How is your experience? You guys have been here for a long time, especially Dark. I know you've been here for a long time. What's your experience has been with the road racing community, and how does it feel to be... I mean, you guys probably left a little while ago, and ASCA is kind of that last attachment that you have. But how's the experience been in the road racing community for over 10 years?
I should have left like 4 years ago.
Wow, very sentimental.
I should have left as soon as COVID was over. I should have been like, all right, that's enough, bye. That's what I should have done. But I just decided to see what my little child of a league would become, so I just kind of stuck around, and this is pretty much the only thing I do on here anymore.
Yeah. Dark?
And then I've got a couple of little side things that I do every once in a while. I got a fucking shitty little monster truck league, and there's a shitty lowball league that I like going around backwards in.
Dark.
That's pretty much it, though.
Yeah, Dark, you got something to add? Or go ahead and go.
Yeah, so I guess my opinion is kind of the same as Bailey's. Like, I should have left road racing. But I think the reason I stuck around was there was really just nothing else to do. There was really nothing else to do. But,
that's fair.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like, I do say, like overall, like, on, like, 10 plus years I've been in road racing, it's been weird, because, like, I didn't do a lot of, like, really big leagues. I wasn't really racing, like, Lowe's or Eris or, like, those super big leagues.
I'm in the same fucking boat.
Yeah, I did a bunch of, like, mid leagues to small leagues, and, like, I was always fast in all those. So, I don't know, it was kind of weird. I don't have, like, the same experience like Chris would have, because he was all in all the big leagues, but
my fucking Roblox crashed.
No, you're still in here. Oh, yep, now it crashed. Alright.
It just froze.
Yeah, it crashed.
God damn it.
Yeah, I just knew people,
Oh.
and it was fun. So, that's why I did it.
Alright. Well, I will say this much with both Penske and Adrian. Both of you guys are fucking awesome. I've had experiences with both of you over the past, like, 6-7 years. And honestly, it was just really cool to see everything come together like this. You guys truly created something that, you know, a lot of us are going to be treasuring for a long time. We made some everlasting friendships through here. And it's just so cool to see how over the past 4 years, everything has really came full circle. We're here tonight celebrating everything that happened in that time. So seriously, thank you guys both.
Yes, it's been fun.
Yeah. All right. Well,
It's been a ton of fun.
all right. Well, okay. I'm gonna go and get you guys off the stage. Or actually, you guys can say if you just want to go ahead and go to the side. I want to talk to another. So right now we are running out of time. For right now, practice is coming up in about 20 minutes. So what I think the strategy is going to be going here is if the D1 guys want to go ahead, I'm going to talk to Dur next. I want to get all the, you know, all the BODs out of the way, just before we get into practice. But I'm still going to be talking during practice, but I'm going to see if I can get some D2 guys, as well, if we have any more left in here, or anyone that's not racing tonight. And then we'll also have a post-race show where I'll be talking to mostly all the D1 drivers that have to go do practice here in a little bit. Or if you don't want to do practice at all, you just want to stick around, you can. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and... Dur's already here. Dur, go ahead and take a seat. Dur, yeah, there you are. So, Dur.
Yeah. Hold up.
Dur, you're having a hard time. Dur.
Hey, Blackstone, can you turn the collisions off on my car?
All right. So Dur, we have been working together for media since season 4. So over almost, I think, either almost or at 2 years now. But what was your username before? I know. What was your username? Hidden the spacebar. So I've heard of you before. When did you start row racing?
Like end of 2016.
2016. Okay. So go ahead and just tell me about, you know, your first introductions into row racing and how you got into ASCA, because from my understanding, I don't really know like what connections you had that got you here to where you are now.
First Hilton, at the season 1, I joined a friend who signed me to the 47.
And who was that friend? I forgot.
District.
District?
I don't. Chris will probably know him.
Yeah, I'm be for real. I don't know District.
Chris, know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. So he signed me to that ugly ass 47 car. I showed up for 2 races and then fucking left. And then what else?
You came back in season 2 in the 20 car, right?
Yeah, for 3 races. Qualified for 1.
What a good career.
And then I became an official. I just got shot. What the fuck, Chris?
I want to ask, what were you doing before ASCA? Because, like, obviously you came around 2016, so that's around, like, the Keyboy era, Eris era. What were you doing around that time?
A lot of Eris.
Yeah, mostly Eris? Alright. Well, okay, I'll be for real. Like, I know... So when it came to... Let's go and get into something I wanted to talk to you about, and that's media. So at the beginning of Season 4, we really wanted to start documenting a lot of, you know, what we were doing. You know, we were a fairly big league at the time. We streamed some races like the finale, you know, a couple random races that Treo was able to attend to around there. But Season 4 was really that big commitment that we made to, you know, go about, you know, really making sure that we can document as much content as possible. And, you know, I went a little bit overboard with it. I had, you know, hot seat, which was never going to stay sustainable. It was a big commitment with all the editing I had to do, all the interviews, scheduling, all that. As Dur has just flown away, now he has had a seizure on the floor. But I want to talk about just your entire experience when it came to streaming, commentating, and just, you know, being all around media for the past 2 seasons or 3 seasons now. How's that been?
Well, better than driving.
Absolutely, I agree.
I'm pretty shit. Let me get back.
Yeah, you got it.
Shit.
He's gonna fall over. No, he didn't. Okay. Wow. But anyway, keep going.
I don't know. I just felt natural at it.
Yeah, no.
You there to commentate? I just streamed and didn't say a word.
And the things you said were fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But Dur, you are somebody with not a lot of words, but I will say this: you are fucking hilarious. All right, your voice is perfect with the shit that comes out of your mouth. I know that's a really weird thing to say, but genuinely,
sung to a blender.
And I know now. Look, all I'm gonna say is this: you are genuinely one of the most favorite people that I've met through here. All right, you are awesome. You are great. Your quality on your streams is crispy as hell. I love it. Beautiful. And yeah, it's really good. Huh?
When I like peek into the stream, it just looks like 240p. It's probably because it's still like encoding and shit. But it just looks weird.
I don't know, man. Look, there's a reason why you do the streams and I don't. Okay.
What is Chris doing?
Chris is having a time. I think that we just let him do what he wants. But, Dur, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I'm excited to join you here in the booth in just a little bit for qualifying. You guys can thank Dur here for just all the streams that he's been able to put on over the past 2 years. It wouldn't have been possible without him. My streams are really inconsistent, and there's a reason why we rely on him for our streams. So, thank you, Dur, and I'll see you in a little bit, man.
Okay.
Not just here, but also in a week.
In, like, 5 days.
Yeah, in Kyle Larson days.
Kyle Larson days.
Woo! All right, well, we can get at least one more person in here. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to go off the first person that said me in chat. Froze! Get over here! Alright, Froze, where are you? I keep forgetting what number you are. You are... Where the you're the 81, I forgot. Froze! How you doing, man?
What's up? What's up?
I'm doing great, man. So, for people that, obviously, I'm assuming most people don't know, I met Froze through that RIS league that I mentioned with Adrian earlier. He raced in that league, and that is how I met him. You raced in ARA too, right? Or no?
I don't remember.
Okay, you did. So, you raced in RIS. Did you race in Rux?
Nah.
No. Okay, so it was just RIS. I'm just trying to think here, because I know it was, I met you through RIS. I know that. You were really fast in that league. That's how I know I remember you. And, oh my god, there's murder outside. And then, obviously, then we met up in ASCA. So I want to ask you, what is your history with Roll Racing? How did you get started, and how did you find Hilton? Because you were a Season 1 guy. You were here at the beginning.
Alright, so... Hold up. Let me eat my chicken.
Okay. You can eat your chicken.
Alright. What was the question?
The question was, how did you get started with Row Racing, and how did you eventually end up here at ASCA, at Hilton in Season 1?
So, initially, I was like 9 years old, right?
Yeah.
So, this guy named Lewison, or Lewison, whatever. I don't know if you know him.
I would not. Lewison.
No, that was the dude who ran T-Mobile.
T-Mobile Cups, yeah.
T-Mobile. Oh shit, that was him. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this random guy just gave me a ride, and I did horrible. But, like, I had fun. So like, I know this was what I was gonna do when I was bored, and after that, I don't know. My memory don't go that far. Something like that.
That's it? Do you remember how you found Hilton, at the very least?
No.
Oh my god, Froze, you are a gem. Froze, you're a gem. Oh my god, okay.
I think I met Froze in McCool Racing Association.
You know what?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my god, McCool, I hated that guy. That guy fucking hated me. He banned me from his league before I even tried joining. He did not like me. He thought I was
me too, bro.
He thought I was too annoying for him, and I was like, you know, you're probably right. In retrospect, he was absolutely right. But like,
he hated me because I was light skinned.
Dude, oh my god.
Man.
But okay, so Froze, I want to just quickly just ask about your experiences in ASCA. I know your memory doesn't go very far, apparently, but can you say anything about just how your experiences with your time here? You have been part of many teams. You have many wins. You even fought for a title a few seasons ago. How has your experience with ASCA's been, and what do you plan on doing in the future?
Well, the experience has been up and down. Some of the people are cool. Some of the people I like being racist towards. I don't like Asians.
I'm happy you're calling someone out.
Indians are real.
Okay.
Asians or Indians. Anyway, I don't know. I just fell off, you know.
Jesus.
After that last season. Yup.
All right, Froze. Yo, can you quit blowing people up? Thanks.
No.
But anyway, Froze, you're a gem. I'm really happy to have met you. Are you planning on doing ASCA racing?
Yeah.
All right, shit. Awesome. Well, that's gonna be great to see you, dude.
Still have controller. You know?
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about that you have a controller, and you're not even half bad at it either.
I know. I'm amazing.
He's like, Jesus Christ. Alright, well, Froze, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. That's Froze, everybody. Froze is a gem. And I've known him for a long time, and honestly, he's a cool dude. He's fucking hilarious. Love the guy. I'm gonna quickly disconnect you real quick. Alright, so we have time for either one or two more people.
There's a whale here. What?
Why is Commander on the stage? We already interviewed him.
Who invited this guy here?
I also want to give a quick shout out to Froze for winning the most controversial race in ASCA history, the season 2 Daytona 500.
No, we've had a more controversial race than that. The Aang.
Yeah, the Aang. Yeah, when Aang's win got taken away.
I don't
Although I will say, look, all I'm saying is that I'm the real season 2 Daytona 500 champion. Just like there's photos. There's photos of me in Victory Lane.
Like, I remember we sat there for like an hour going through who really won that race.
Anyway, we have time for one more. All right, first person to say I.
Taco.
Outery! Taco. Alright. Outery, we've had you on the show for Ask a Hot Seat before. You can go take a seat on the couch. Alright, let me go and unmute him. Alright. Outery. Outery, you're going into tonight as our second Final Four driver we've talked to. This is your second time getting here to the Final Four. I don't think you were here in Season 4. Oh my god, you have the fucking taco truck. God damn it. Alright. So, you've been here before. Alright, many times on Hot Seat before, but this is the first time for the finale. I wanna ask you, how did you get started with road racing? Because obviously you're younger, you haven't been here as long. I'm just generally curious, where you started.
Alright, so December 8th, 2007, the miracle. I was out of my mom's body. Little Diego Roldan was born and given life into Earth. And then
national tragedy.
Alright. And then 13 years later, late COVID.
You arrested
him. I'm on TikTok, right? And I'm scrolling. I'm dibble dabbling. I'm probably jerking off. And I see this one game. And it looks cool because it had NASCAR in it. I'm like, oh, this is
let him talk. Let him talk.
And so it was backstretch battles, which I got started on, and so I joined the Discord.
Oh, you were a Backstretch Battles kid?
Yeah.
Oh.
I joined the server,
and then you were a Papermate kid. Oh.
Yeah. So, and then Gage had like an ARA league.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, this looks sick. Keep in mind, never had any experience with Roblox racing before this.
Yo, fellas, stop it.
Never driven anything with like Roblox cars, nothing.
Yeah.
I was always like an obby kid. The only reason I played Roblox was because of the obbies.
True, that is a good reason.
And I joined ARA. First ever row racing race I attended was like that Xfinity Pocono test they did. don't know. They did like a.
I was out of ARA at that point, so I don't know any memories from that. After
Yeah,
I
so,
purged it originally, after me and Weehawk absolutely purged the shit out of it, just because we were bored one day, I didn't look back.
And then, you know, I saw you could get signed. I'm like, oh, I don't know how to do this. So then I just contacted one of the random team owners, and the first one I saw was Uncovered.
Oh, another one linked by Uncovered.
Exactly. So, you know, this is when me and Uncovered, I don't know, we just kind of like just knew each other, never really talked.
Yeah.
I told him, hey, how can I race? And he's like, oh, I can sign you part-time. Okay, sure. And then never knew how to make paint schemes, so I made my first paint scheme during that time, and it was terrible. So, first race I did was ARA Phoenix with a bunch of like, I don't know. I think this was the time where like Chris made those like knockoff like soda brand cars. Like
I remember those.
Like Dr. Bob, I think.
Oh, the Dr. Bob Mountain Lightning.
Yeah, all of those cars.
Oh god, what
And
was
then-
that one? I have those cars somewhere.
And then I got
Speaking of
lapped
soda
5 times
cars.
that race.
Speaking of soda
Yo,
cars,
let
the
him
one
talk.
you deserve.
Yo, let him talk.
And then, yeah, I got lapped like 5 times that race. It was not enjoyable. But, you know, it was something to get like, just to do in the off time. So I'm like, okay, I'll do this. And then this is like when I met like a lot of the people as of right now. Like I met Spooky during this time. I met Rose. You know, Baudu. You still remember
Baudu, yes, Baudu!
Dude, yeah, this is when me and him started just like talking. Yes, and then I don't know, he sent me like a porn link, so I just blocked it.
Yeah, that's a Baudu
And
thing
then,
to do.
Alright. Speaking of TIA, alright. Me and Spooky, we were gang members during this time, alright? We
What?
were brothers from another mother.
Oh god, okay.
And then Spooky invited me into this one league called TIA with the funny ass. Remember Pyro Circles?
Who?
Remember Power Circles? You know, Milo.
I know. Yep, I remember him. Yep.
Yep. And then, so whenever he hosted a race, he'd get high as fuck. It was so funny because he'd be like, "It's not ranking. No garbage racing." It's so funny. And then I don't know, that whole TIA like just era was so funny with like Doge. I think Blue Cup was in there as well. And Spooky, I don't know, those gang members right there. And then I guess with like how I joined ASCA, I guess Gage made an announcement about it. He's like, "All right, guys, join." This was during like season 2 in the playoffs.
You know what? Yeah, because wasn't Chris confirmed this? Wasn't ARA and like ASCA supposed to have like a closer like partnership?
The whole reason we were called ASCA was because we were going to be an alliance series and we were going to work with other series.
And then that never happened because we were too good for everybody.
So and then, you know, I joined ASCA. They did like a.
No, it did happen. It's just as soon as we popped off, ARA died.
Yeah.
And then, okay, I'll try to finish this up quick.
That's all good, dude.
And then ASCA had like this little like, I guess, fun race at like Pocono with the season 2 cars. And you know, I did that. I sucked terribly because I never drove slidey cars, other than the ARA thing. So I'm like, all right, I'll just. This is like only ARA in this.
Yeah.
Leagues I was in. Till ARA like just killed itself. Dude, I was only in ASCA, and then I joined like a couple like smaller leagues. Those were unenjoyable.
Yeah.
Like I say, ASCA's like, yeah, we don't talk about that one, World Cup. But you know, ASCA's like the only main league I've ever like stuck to for more than like 5 months. But
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like all of, like the people I've met in ASCA, all the friends I made, they're really like they have like a meaning in my life because I don't know. I've never like had like any connections towards anyone, but with these people, and you know they're really enjoyable to talk to. But it's just sad to think that like probably in a couple of years we'll all be in our own different paths in our lives.
Oh.
And we'll never like talk again.
Yeah, okay.
Like our own.
You're getting, whoa, okay, this got really depressing really quick. This got, you were really getting there with the whole, you know, like these guys, you know, do mean a lot, you know, like I really value it. It's too bad they're probably like all gonna fucking die like tomorrow. And it's like,
I mean, we're all just kids after all.
yeah, well,
this is just
I'm
really
not.
small
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
shut
not.
up. But this is all, you know, like some point we're just gonna like stop talking to each other.
Well, I don't.
Some people are no, I bet some people are still gonna like need like, you know, communication. Like
Well, I think that first off,
with the Charlotte meetup.
yeah. Well, first off, Charlotte meetup is gonna be fucking awesome. That's gonna be great. And I can't. If we're gonna be doing this like as a bi-yearly thing, like that's gonna be even cooler. Because ASCA's not going away. I mean, we're just moving to iRacing. I know you're gonna be there. All right, you're still gonna be doing shit over there. And you know, I think that I can speak as a little bit of an adult myself. It's perfectly normal to be going on your own path and like having to talk to people less after spending months. Like for example, I mentioned Xander earlier. Like some of the old like Chris, Adrian, Penske, they know that me and Xander were tight. Like we hung out every single day, and now we just go on our own different ways. We were just talking last week because he showed me like this absolute cursed. I don't even know what manufacturer it was. It was this fucking sedan with the actual like just a fucking wing on the back, like bolted to the back on a completely different color that he found in the parking lot. And I'm just like, what the fuck is that? What I'm saying is, distancing yourself away from friends is normal. That doesn't mean they're not your friend anymore. That doesn't mean you can't talk to them every once in a while. It just means that you guys are doing your own thing. But honestly, for you, especially considering you're like 15, 16, you probably have like little to no worry about that right now. Because first off, you're young. You don't have to worry about any responsibilities for the most part. But secondly, ASCA ain't going away. We're going to iRacing. So, and I think a lot of people are going to be coming with us. So you're still going to be hanging around with a lot of the other people. But this goes into one more question that I want to ask before you go into practice, since it's going to be coming up here in a little bit. Are you still going to be doing road racing after this? Like, what's your plan for that? Are you just going to be moving over to iRacing moving forward?
I won't be as active as I am. Like, there's only like a solid 2 leagues that I do, but I think after that, I'll just call it quits for now.
All right.
Because,
well,
as a young age, I kind of want to focus on other things.
Yeah, that's fair.
I want to go into like mechanical engineering.
Yo, let's fucking go.
I wanted to be. I did go-karts as a young age.
Mhm.
That got expensive, so I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
if I can't be a driver, I'll just be like on the other side.
Dude, that'd be fucking awesome. Let's go. Diego being a mechanic.
Indeed, but yeah.
All right. Well, Diego, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. All right. Thanks for coming out. And I wish you the best of luck here tonight. You guys saw last season. He kind of choked the ball last time around. But he's looking like a favor here tonight. He has a lot of wins on the season, even better than last season.
Championship outer.
And I wish you. All right. I wish you the best of luck here, Outery.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So for all the guys, practice is going to be starting here in just a little bit. So unfortunately for a lot of the D1 guys, if you guys want to stay while you guys go practice, that's fine. But I'm going to be taking priority with people that are still in the game, mainly the D2 guys. I want to give them an opportunity and the D3 guys as well. I want to give them an opportunity to speak their mind. This pre-race show will be ending at the end of practice in about 30 minutes. And then we're going to be going to our race coverage of qualifying in the actual race. After the race, we're going to be coming back for post-race coverage, getting everyone else that we didn't get a chance. So, yeah, I'm just letting you guys know about that. So, I'm getting a call. It's from White Obama. Should I answer this? No, I will not answer it. You're going to have to wait your turn, Treo. All right, next up. Spooky, do you have a mic? Yep, okay, I'm going to bring you up here. I'm going to bring up our final race winner. Stop calling me, Treo. I'm not answering it. You're going to have to wait your turn, sir. All right, Spooky. Take a seat.
Gavin, bring up Doge with me.
You want to bring up Doge? I can bring up Doge with you. All right, Doge, I'm going to mute you too. All right, so we got the winner from Homestead last night, and we got the champion of our D2 series. It's Doge and Spooky. Oh. And Doge. All right, so Doge, I'm going to go ahead and start off with you. You are a champion now. You've been trying it for 3 seasons now. You joined in season 4, if I remember correctly. How's it feel to finally get it done?
He needs unmuted.
Oh! Shit! I thought I did. I guess I didn't. My bad. Doge, you're unmuted now.
Alright. Feels good. I was very happy to see Spooky win that race. That was cool. I would have liked to go on 1-2. Flyway ruined that. He sucks.
True!
But Spooky's the reason I joined this league, so that was cool to see him do well in my final start. I guess I won the championship too. That's cool.
You said Spooky introduced you to ASCA?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
We were in this league called Golden Chick together. And I think it was TIA. It was TIA, the one with the high owner all the time. And me and Howdery would always work together, right?
Oh, great.
And Spooky was showing off his car for season 3. I think it was 09 Dodge or whatever. And he told me that he gave me the invite or whatever because I asked to join, and then I did the tryouts the season later for season 4, and then got D2. Ran 5th that whole season. I sucked that season. Didn't do anything relevant. Didn't win. But I had good pace. And the next season I had good pace. I won a race, and then got absolutely cucked by Lexus, who that pissed me off. That was kind of bad. But I won a race that season. I won the Matt Bottles race.
Matt Bottles.
Most important win of my life. And then this season we won the championship, but the rest was irrelevant. I broke some records. It's cool. But I got to give a big shout out to Blue Cup because he signed me from as soon as they started the teams. And then I forgot to mention my interview last night. NASCAR is MK. He's done almost all my schemes. I've never wanted him, but I keep running him because he does a great job.
Yeah, no, he's awesome.
He's made I think probably 30 of my schemes, and I made I've run my own schemes 5 times. 2 of my wins were the only 2 wins I have were in my schemes. I've never won in his, but I got won the championship before I won a race in the scheme, so that's cool.
Alright.
But yeah, Spooky, you say something.
Yeah, Spooky, I want to ask you, since I know that I think you were around longer than Doge, and I'll get back to Doge on that. But Spooky, as I've asked with a lot of other people, I just want to know, how did you get introduced to row racing, and how did you end up in ASCA, since I think you were here in Season 3?
Okay, so in 2019, I was on Twitch, and I saw someone streaming a bad league. Doge will remember this guy. He'll remember this guy. His name was Anime Dries YT.
What kind of fucking name is that?
No, it's just I think we were both this was our first league for both of us.
Yeah, well, I did the league, and a couple months later, I became a BBR mod. And
Ooh.
Doing that, it got me introduced to
AJ?
ARA.
And RA, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And then how I got introduced to ASCA. So you remember Yedzu?
Genzu? Yes, I do. It's a memory that's funny. The name sounds familiar.
Well, he said, and I quote, "This is where the pros race."
Damn!
So I joined ASCA, and that's basically it.
That's basically it. The rest is history. 4 seasons of competition, a few wins, and most importantly, that win at the final race at Homestead. How'd it feel, man, to finally get that win there?
No, it felt good. It felt good. After being fast the entire race.
Oh, yeah. Fortunately, Fly, he fucking sucks. Fucking choked that one away, but...
He's the biggest sell ever.
Dude, he did that too. Look, I don't mean to make fun of him. I'm sure, I don't know if he's here, but I don't mean to make fun of him, alright? But he choked the truck race, and then he choked the race immediately after that. He had genuine race-winning pace in both races, and he choked both of them.
It's crazy.
But, so, from my understanding, from what you guys have told me, both of you guys basically came at the same time, right? Yeah. That's fucking cool, dude. That's awesome. So, I want to ask both of you guys, what's the future here when it comes to after ASCA? Are you guys planning on coming to iRacing? Are you guys going to be doing your own thing in other leagues? What's the plan for both of you?
You go first, Doge.
I'm gonna try to get to iRacing eventually, but I'm not gonna be able to do the first season. I don't got money for that. I don't got a job yet, but
yeah, that's fine.
This summer.
That's perfectly fine, dude.
I'll keep row racing for a bit. I got some other leagues I'm gonna do, but it's definitely not as much as when I race this. I actually went out of my way to race these ones. Those ones I'll just race if I can show up.
Yeah, well, that's good that at least we have one guy that's sticking around the community. What about you, Spooky?
I give it a year until I fully leave, because I'm still use Roblox for developing and stuff.
Oh yeah,
I find that stuff fun, and I'm making a game soon. So.
Ooh, how's that? What can you tell people about that?
I'm actually working on 2. I'm working on a game with Eggity.
Oh,
I'm making my own.
You know what? I think I've heard about that. I don't know, Eggity, is it that one game that you mentioned to me a couple weeks ago? Or is that different? Because I know you mentioned a game that you wanted me to...
1990s one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's that one. Okay, yeah, no, I know about that one. He told me about it a little bit ago. Yeah, but, so you're going to be sticking with development. Another thing, it completely slipped my mind. I'm sorry for this. But what was, you are responsible for our current road course package, which is absolutely fantastic, by the way. How did that come to be? And how were you able to get Chris on board with it?
So, I was working on my cars, and I had Chris test them sometimes. I put him at a road course, and he liked the cars, so he basically like kind of bought them from me.
And how did the development, was that like, what was the original purpose for those cars? Because obviously it wasn't meant for ASCA originally. It was something that you pitched to Chris afterward, and then he accepted. What was the original purpose for those?
Honestly, I kind of like just do developing for fun, and sometimes actually turn it into a product.
Well, hey, what a fucking product you made. Our road course setups, literally since the beginning, have been complete ass. Actual doo-doo butter. And you pretty much just saved it, man. Like, those setups, especially even in the trucks on the road, not the road course, on the short tracks were great. And just created some really good racing. So, honestly, just thank you for creating such good road course cars. That really helped us out.
Yeah.
All right, but I'm going to go ahead and let you two go. Congratulations on your wins, respectively. Doge, your final National Series champion at his third attempt at it. Spooky's been here since Season 3. He gets it done in the final race of National Series. And thank you guys for coming out.
Can I have a final message?
Sure, of course. Go ahead.
I can say I'm thankful I'm finally done racing with these geezers.
Yeah, some of those guys suck, man. These are bad.
I don't blame you one bit, dude.
You know, I did like racing with Bran, and I was like about it. Some of those guys were terrible, man.
After Season 4, I stopped liking racing ASCA.
I liked it till the end, but some of those guys were...
Spooky didn't have a problem with the
15
guys
was
he was
bad.
racing. He just had the biggest choke of his career and he could never be seen again. Can't let Bald Paul walk away with it. He didn't want to work him.
I think Bald Paul was high that race, I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, Bald Paul was like high like half the races, dude.
I remember him posting a picture of the worst roll blunt I've ever seen.
Oh my god.
I remember that.
I remember seeing that picture, dude. Oh my god. Jesus. Alright. I'm gonna let you two go. Thank you guys for that. That was awesome.
Look at my assless chaps.
No, I don't. No.
I gotta see this.
No, you don't. You don't have to see that. You do not have to see that. Alright. Anyway, we're gonna move on here. Let me go ahead and just quickly. I gotta disconnect you real quick, Spooky. And you too, Doge. Alright. So, we're gonna go ahead and move on. Let's see who we got. Alright, you know what? I want to get Ethan up here. I want to get Ethan up here because Ethan is genuinely a really interesting talk. Go ahead and sit down here, Ethan. Ethan does gaming, everybody. He has been here for a long time. I'm sure a lot of you guys know that. I'm going to go ahead and mute him now. Ethan, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you, Gavin?
I'm doing... This is so fucking cool, man. Reminiscing on the past, talking about, ASCA, learning a lot about, these guys and where they came from. Ethan, I think, let me get the easy one out of the way. Where did you start with road racing? Because you've been here for a while.
I probably had one of the strangest entries into road racing.
Sure, let me hear it.
I actually started out on Instagram.
What the fuck?
Diecast cars, right?
Okay.
I ran a series called the Ethan Cup series, which eventually transitioned into the Oreo Cup series.
Okay.
But I
steal my whole flow, huh?
Maybe just a little bit. I had some inspiration, maybe. No. But anyway, you might remember Affleck Cup series, right?
I do. Yeah, I know. Of course, I know Affleck Cup series, man.
Well,
yeah, of course.
Prior to that, I knew a guy. I forgot his name. Oh, I remember. It was Jimmy Alanya. He drove that '89 Napa car in one of the seasons of Affleck.
Yeah, the custom cars.
His name was like Yankee Dude or something on Roblox. He actually invited me into like the road racing community and was like, "Hey, I want you to try this out one day." And I joined. And the first series I ever did, I can't remember if it was the Nike Cup or the KFC Cup by Voxus in like late 2014. Late 2013, early 2014.
I would not know.
But that's where I originated from. And then eventually a few months later, I was in Hockey's DuPont for a little bit, and then Kidboy grabbed everybody from that and made the first ever like Exalta series, and that's really where I, kind of made myself known. Yes, I did. Going back to Wizard Hook, I did do Walmart by Timothy and Music Boy. Them. Yeah, I was in Walmart there for a little bit too.
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah, because the thing was, you were one of those people that I knew, like everyone knew who you were. Again, as I said with Chris and a few others earlier, back then, everyone knew who everybody was. All right, like the community was small enough to the point where everyone, like, I knew who Ethan Does Gaming was. I might have never talked to him or raced with a lot of leagues in him, but I knew who he was. That's why, when you came here to ASCA, I knew who you were immediately. I was like, yeah, I know that guy from like 5 years ago. So, how did you get into ASCA? I mean, I'm sure it's, because again, you were doing lots of leagues back in the day. Like I felt like you were in everything. But,
I was, you go.
No, you go ahead. You have something to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, so really to answer your question, how I got into ASCA, it was very interesting because for me, I didn't like really mesh racing. And I know Chris makes fun of me because mesh racing and brick racing are basically the same thing car-wise. But for me, I just preferred just block car racing, the normal stuff that I started out with. And so I bounced around from Nax with Breakstick and HM with Harvick.
Yeah, HM,
and some other leagues, like Connor Brannon, he brought me into HM.
Don't bring his name up here. He doesn't like me. Connor Brannon doesn't like me. How I mentioned earlier that people that I don't like, I tend to be a complete dick to. Yeah. He's one of those people. I was a complete dick to Racer Wolf for a really long time. He got me banned from Keyboy from fucking iScar.
Really?
Yeah.
I see that.
Because I race Mouse.
Some leeway with those guys.
I used to race with Mouse before I got a wheel for iRacing, and there were a few times where I tried getting into Keyboy's races, and then he'd rat me out, and I get banned, dude. It was so funny.
That's a Connor thing to do.
Yeah, no, it's fucking funny, dude. I don't even give a shit. That shit was fun. I was mad at the time. Don't get me wrong, but it's fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, so back into how I got into ASCA. So I think it was around season 2. I showed up to one of the testing sessions or practice at a Martinsville race. I think it was when they were running the COT cars, the 2012 cars.
Yeah, well, that would be season 1 then.
Okay, well, season 1. I showed up. I didn't really I don't think I got teleported down because I had a couple friends that were in the league at the time, I guess. I don't remember who they all would have been, but I just joined off one of them, saw it, and it's this is pretty cool, but nothing really came from it. And then season 4, I think it was, rolled around, and I actually tried out. I think, was it season 3? It might have been season 3. Yeah. Anyways, I tried out. I think my first tryout race was at Dover. I think I finished 2nd, and then I did a race at Talladega, crashed out, finished in the back. And I think I was almost actually cut from making the Cup Series.
Yeah,
going into season 3 because it originally came down. They were choosing, I think, between Co Hankinator and I.
Oh.
They moved Co up to Class
they
A.
moved him to Cup. He was in that 10 car.
I was going to be the first Class B car, or Class B.
Yeah.
But I think Chris and a couple guys vouched for me and got me into Class A.
I might have been one of them. I think it was the fact that they knew who you were. They were like, why is Ethan Does Gaming getting in Class B? That doesn't make sense. Get him up to A.
Yeah. And then so Marcus signed me to drive his 4 car.
Oh yes, the fucking Auto Trader car.
And I almost won that race.
Yeah.
Ryan split up in front of me with 2 to go, and we wrecked the field doing it. But I almost had a shot to win that one. And then something happened to Marcus. I forgot what happened mid-season, and so his team died. Durr was nice enough. Mihawk had just, I think, retired.
You know what? I think I remember what happened. I feel like just his entire, because he also had. That was the same team with that 77 car, that one guy that didn't show up. Hankinator stopped showing up. I think his team just got completely inactive, and he wasn't signing anybody to replace him. So then Chris just shut the team down entirely. It's the same thing he did with Miggy's team a couple seasons later, because the same thing happened with Miggy.
Yeah, so Durr was really nice. Weehawk had just left, I guess, the league. My first actual 5 races, I think, in that 82, I had a Dallas Cowboys pit box, which was pretty funny. But eventually, I just got better as I drove those races, and that was really the whole thing. Is my beginning in ASCA, I sucked for the most part. I was not good.
Yeah.
Barely could qualify for races.
Yeah, I know you struggled for a while.
Those last few races though in season 3, I really found something. And Homestead, I wanted to go for the win because I knew I was fast enough, but I didn't want to get in like the championship battle that season.
Mhm.
And then obviously I left Durr's team at the end of season 3. I joined DJ's team when we brought LASCAR in for season 4.
Yeah.
That was exciting. I pushed Medfred to the win for
Yeah.
PD's team or somebody.
Yeah, no, it was
Daytona
for
500.
It was for. It wasn't. Was it for me? It was the 14 car. I don't remember what that team name was. I don't know if it was me.
I think he drove a Dodge or something. But
Yeah, he drove a Dodge. Yeah, he drove a Dodge. I just don't remember
so-
the specifics.
So that was a lot of fun. I'm glad I was able to skip a few seasons ahead and win for DJ because I kind of screwed him over there in season 5 when I left. But it was overall just a really fun time, and I feel like for a while I was fast, but I never could finish races. I never could win one.
Yeah. Well, hey, this season, I mean, you dialed in and you won a couple. You did good. You almost made the final 4.
Yeah. 1 point. Damn it. But
1 point, and Doge would have not been your champion.
I look back to Brand. I think it's so funny my last win came the way it did because, Brand beat me for the pole, beat me for the stage. I was finishing second to him that entire night. Then he speeds on pit road. The thing that always plagued me, like it plagued me at Darlington earlier this season. When I lost that race. And so I just thought it was cool to win it that way. And Doge is a deserving champion.
Yeah, absolutely. No, he's been doing it.
Look at his stats. He had tons of top 5s, top 10s this
Yeah,
season.
no, he deserved it.
He just backed his way into this one. He earned it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I want to ask you, Ethan, you've been in the community pretty much nonstop for your entire time here. What are you planning on doing after ASCA? Do you have different avenues to continue in the community? Are you growing out of here? Are you looking at different places? What are you doing?
I think I've reached the point where I'm done with road racing.
Okay.
I was kind of like December of last year, HM finally died.
Yeah, finally, after a million seasons, over 10 years, going on and off, Harvick finally decided to just close it off. Finally,
I think it did 66 seasons or something.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I know it was a while, but so HM was really the last one I was doing for blocks, and then ASCA was the last one I was doing mesh wise, but. I think I've decided I'm done. I'm actually hoping to go to the University of Tennessee.
Let's go, dude!
This fall, because I want to be a commentator for, sports broadcasting.
Dude, that would be awesome. Let's go.
So that's what I'm putting my focus into. That's why I had a lot of fun. I got to announce some of these races in the past few seasons with Dur and a couple guys. And it was fun getting to do some officiating, counting laps like I'll be doing tonight for the Cup race.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, dude.
Really, I think what I've liked about ASCA is just being able to not just be a driver in it. Chris, allowed me the opportunity to do some different stuff to help out with the league, and I think that's made it, enjoyable and worthwhile for my time.
Well, Ethan, a lot of us have known you for a long time, and I'm excited to see you, dude. If you're a fucking commentator, that'd be awesome, dude. But a lot of us have known you for a long time, dude. It was really good having you here for the final few seasons. And genuinely, I do wish you the best when it comes to your commentary. I think you're gonna do great.
Thank you, Gavin. Like I said, it's a lot of fun getting to race these guys. I will miss racing guys like Chris, Logan, Diego. List goes on, but because I'm not going into the iRacing stuff, so that's where it ends for me.
No.
But, I know. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have the rig or anything. Maybe who knows? Maybe we'll just show up one day.
Bro, I remember Ethan was everywhere in road racing, bro.
But I've had a lot of time. I've had a lot of fun racing these guys, and just honestly, I had a lot of fun just being in this series. It was a lot of great memories.
All right, well, same thing to you, man. It's been awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and call it here with you. We do have time for one more before we go into qualifying. One more.
I will never look at Dr. Pepper and not think of Ethan.
I mean, okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I think of something when I...
Jesus Christ, people can find the pit barrels and die.
All right, so one more. You know what? I'm going to go ahead. Fly Fusion, I know that you guys have been asking for it, and I want to, but there is one person that I do want to talk to. And I want to save you guys for the post-race show. Wizard! Get in there. Wizard, if we're going to be getting all the classic people out of the way, there's one classic person left. At least for right now, and that is Wizard. Wizard, go ahead and take a seat, bud. It's your turn. Wizard, you have been here since the very beginning, since Season 0. You were our original streamer. For Season 0 and Season 1 races, you have continued to be here. You've been here for a really long time, and I want to ask you, how did you get started with the community?
So it actually started all the way back, you're going to feel old for this, but it was November 2013.
What? I thought you were earlier.
No, wait, November 2013. It was actually one of my friends showed me Roblox at school. It was early November. And then I signed up for it later that night. And then after that, I think it was like a day or two later, it was Timothy 4207. So Ethan was mentioning it earlier. He showed me the ropes of it. And then I started off in his league as Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart.
Walmart Cup Series Season 3 champion there. And then I went to Kibboy's League with Exalta. Almost won the championship with no wins in Truck Series one time, which was pretty hilarious. Or I think I swept, I don't know. But then that's also how I met Chris. And then went to Kibboy's League.
You met, wait, you met Chris through there. Okay, so you knew Chris, okay.
Yeah, me and Chris go way back.
Oh, damn, okay.
And once Kibboy's League kind of went to iRacing, that's when Chris started up Hilton, and they asked me to do some commentating, because I did do commentating during ASCA. I mean, not ASCA, but I did do commentating during ASCA. During Exalta, there was like a couple championship leagues. Chris, I don't know if you recall, but I remember Darth Vader actually choked one of the championships during, I think it was Cup. I had that on film, so if you want to go look at that on my channel, that would be pretty funny, but yeah. And then got the call for ASCA, did the 500, did a couple races, and then died off initially. Did a couple more races, and then I was officially done, what was it, 2018, 2019, or 2020? I don't know, but I was officially fully done with road racing by the end of 2020 when I think it was an endurance race I finished up on, and then a dirt race. So yeah, been around a while. Been tied for a couple of years.
I didn't realize that like, you were actually just done with racing entirely. Like I knew that you were still like here. I just assumed you were doing other stuff. But yeah, actually now that I think about it, yeah, you haven't done racing in a while. I don't think you've ever raced in ASCA either. You just did the streams.
I did the streams, but I also did do a couple of the tests. I did the Gen 6
Yeah, of course.
Where I was actually pretty good, but then I actually went to the tryout place. I think it was either last season or the season before that, and I actually put a pretty good time. I was contemplating trying out for like half a second. I was like, no.
Yeah, I remember.
Let the kids have their fun, you know.
Yeah, of course. I remember season 1. You, I remember. I think okay, so it's the same thing with Ethan with you. I knew who you were. You know, like I knew Wizard Hook. You know what I mean? Like I knew exactly who Wizard Hook was. It was just that, we weren't in enough leagues together where, I knew you and, like, actually talked to you. I think... Did we talk before ASCA?
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did. I think it was definitely ASCA where we first started talking. I know that, because I remember, I think the first time we really started talking was, like, after Martinsville in Season 1, because that race was a disaster. I think you were, like, ranting about it on stream about how bad it was. I remember that. I don't know if I can, like, go...
And then I went on the stream...
Didn't you end the stream early?
I don't think... I think I might have, but then I proceeded to do the 500, then Watkins went. I stopped after...
Yeah, because Pipestone was there, too. Pipestone with LSPN. He had his own network. Yeah, he had his own network. And
I remember during that Watkins gun race, obviously the infamous Marcus cutting the grass.
Yeah, oh yes! You got that on film!
X42.
Sex 42!
Yes, that's the creation of it. But then that was also during the egg hunt, like the 2020 egg hunt. And I was like yelling at Chris. Well, not yelling, I was just talking with Chris. I'm like, let me finish up these couple eggs. He's like, no.
Jesus, dude. Oh my god, dude. But you've been so over the past couple of years, you have been doing iRacing, as we're all aware. When I put my honor on the line, raced his watermelon car, and I wrecked it within 2 minutes.
and then we proceeded to do the next split. I obviously ran out Gavin, and then but the fail Mel then proceeded to get third in the GT split.
Well, that's good. At least some good came out of it. But I want to ask, since you are more active on iRacing compared to Roblox, are you going to be doing racing on ASCA iRacing?
I am confirming that.
Yes! Oh, yes! That's gotta be fucking awesome. Let's go, dude.
I am confirming that, so that'll be fun.
Alright.
But yeah, in terms of that, I'm excited to do the iRacing. Sucks I'm not gonna be able to do the commentating tonight because Chris already has a bunch of stuff planned for that.
Yeah, no, we're gonna be having the poop shitters going in there, and we're gonna be doing the commentary for that. Yeah, all the so like Nikki, AJ, we're gonna have Penske and Dark in there. It's just gonna be a poop shitter reunion. Yeah, no, it's gonna be so much fun.
Well, Bailey's got to attempt to qualify in the race first.
Oh, you know what? Can I be honest? I kind of forgot Penske was a driver.
I wish I could make out Charlotte. Not gonna do it this year. Probably gonna try and do it 2026.
I hope so.
Because I did actually just recently. I was talking with someone from my work last night. Yes, that's why I was up at 1 a.m., Chris, if you were wondering. But I actually found out that there's a good Colorado media photography school down here. So maybe try to do that over the fall, and then maybe hopefully by the end of next sports season in April, I could maybe be doing some stuff for Ball Arena.
Alright.
In Denver. Like do some photography, get paid a lot of money for it. So I'm excited about that. But I'm also excited to be starting doing the iRacing this summer. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Well, Wizard, I'll say this much. I know that we've had our disagreements. Sorry, I know that. But seriously, like, playing Rocket League with you, even, like, commentating together back in the day, hosting races back in the day and shit, that has been a lot of fun, and I am really excited to watch you race this summer, and I'm really happy that you're here, man.
I'm excited for tonight. I'm not going to be in the commentary booth like I said, but I'll be definitely sitting here in the race hub.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people watching. There's going to be a lot of people watching here tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited. I wish you guys luck tonight.
All right, well, thank you, Wizard. All right, well, that's going to go ahead and round out the pre-race show. We have qualifying coming up in a few minutes. I'm assuming that they were practicing, right, Chris, or practicing?
Yeah, they're practicing right now.
All right, so we're going to be... me and Durr are going to get ready to go here. If you guys, we're still going to be in Race Hub here, getting ready. We're going to start getting our extra commentators in here in a little bit. And yeah, we're going to be going ahead and ending this stream now. We'll be back here after the race for post-race interviews and to get some more drivers in here to discuss their road racing futures, their histories here at ASCA. So,
I just had an idea. Gavin.
What?
Do you work tomorrow?
Yes, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. I work 6.
ASCA APOC tomorrow. One final one.
ASCA APOC? Okay, I'm down.
Maybe. I'll do a thing about it.
All right. I think ASCA APOC would be a good way to end it. Well, I'm gonna say, wait, are we doing it tonight or tomorrow?
It'd be tomorrow.
Okay. Anyway, we're going to go and end it here, guys. We're going to be having our actual race coverage starting here in a few minutes. It's going to be with Durr. So, we'll see you.